Hi, friends.
Oh,
Welcome in. A happy little Tuesday, because it's always a Tuesday around here. At
Hmm.
least that's what we used to say back in the day.
I don't like it.
Why don't you like it?
Oh, Tuesday's a weird day.
Why?
I don't know. You take it up with Tuesday.
I think Tuesday probably feels just fine about Tuesday.
I mean, should it?
Why shouldn't it? I think that's the real question.
I mean, you're not
Throwing
a hump
shade.
day. You're not the beginning. You're not the end. Like, what are you?
Be happy with yourself,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm throwing shade at Tuesday.
I'm fine with Tuesday.
It was. I mean,
Tuesdays was a big part of my life for a long time.
They had
Not
to,
as much as Wednesdays.
They had to make it up
Wednesday
and be like,
now.
we're gonna call it Fat Tuesday, just to give it some sort of love.
Now, Wednesday is something that I really love, near and dear to my heart.
Hey, man, Wednesdays back in the day, we used to have the wet Wednesdays at the Ram down at down in Lake Oswego, wakeboard on the lake, come up, and then all drinks that night were half price.
That sounds like Duke's back in the day.
It did very, 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 very strong vibes,
Okay.
except for it didn't have a lake and going wakeboarding before we went out there.
I can't believe I don't know anybody that didn't get a Dewey leaving Duke's back in the day.
Oh, you mean the cops that used to just sit there
I
on 205
I
waiting for
cannot-
everybody?
I cannot fathom. I one time do not remember leaving Duke's, and all I remember is being in the median of 205 on the Vancouver side of the Glen Jackson Bridge, ralphing my brains out, looking over at a dude that I'd met that night who was also throwing up, and I was just like, "Hey man," he was like, "Hey dude, I think we got to get back in the car." And I was like, "All right." He wasn't the driver.
Yeah.
We had a sober driver, but like you come to and it's just cars like whizzing past you super fast at like 1 a.m. in the morning, and you're just throwing up all your dinner all over the ground and bad whiskey and decisions all over the freeway.
Look, Duke's was always a good idea, bad decision.
I would argue it was always a bad idea. It was always a bad idea. And it was like at 9 o'clock, they didn't do the, you only get one drink at a time.
Yeah.
So at 8:55, I think it was when happy hour ended, the like 50-cent wells, you would go to the bar and you'd be like, "I'll have 8 whiskey Cokes."
Yep.
And they were like, "Who are they for?" And you're like, "Me." They're like, "Awesome. Here you go." I don't know, man.
It's good times back then.
I don't know how I survived it, but somehow I did.
We were just, bulletproofing our bodies.
I know I always went there thinking I was like going to hit on chicks and get lucky that night. And it's like, bro, you are so wasted. You are not doing anything.
You were young, dumb, and full of something.
You're lucky that they didn't kick you out of this place, man. What is wrong with you?
There's a lot of
Makes me sick just looking
Yeah.
at you.
Speaking of cops, there's always a lot of cops in that parking lot because boy, were there a lot of fights.
Oh,
there.
dude, unbelievable.
So honestly, of all of the bars / establishments I went to, relatively locally over the years, no place had more fights than that.
I'm a Muchas Gracias on Highway 99 guy. That's where I'm born and bred. That's where I saw my fights on Friday, Saturday nights, right
Who
around
fights when they're getting
2:30,
food?
because it's 2:30 in the morning, and you get out of the bar and then you go to get food, and a bunch of dudes jacked on estrogen and they want to fight each other.
See, that's no man. I don't want to fight there.
And
fight
the
at the bar when you
and
get
the
a little piss and vinegar in you.
And the sheriffs were always there too. So it was like, you guys are dude, we saw some of the most epic girl on girl fights I've ever seen in the Muchas Gracias parking lot on Highway 99.
Some good cop takedowns
Just
too.
Amazing, all across the board.
Yeah.
One time I even walked into that Muchas and the place was quiet. There was a ton of food all over the ground, and the woman working behind the counter was like shook.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure they just got robbed.
Oh well, I mean,
I was very sad for that.
that's always sad, but like that's where like look, man, if you work at one of these establishments that I think I've referenced this before, the Key Bank in Beaverton is like right off of Hall, is one of the most robbed banks on the West Coast.
Really?
Which is so crazy because Jeff, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It is 5 blocks from the Beaverton Police building.
That sounds
Like
silly.
it's like why? It's like I don't understand it. Doesn't make any sense. But the idea of like, robbing like Muchas Gracias or something like that. It's just like I never understand it. And if you're if you're a owner or a manager at one of those places, I almost feel like much like FEMA, Federal Emergency Management System, they use Waffle House as the measuring scale for when things go wrong.
If a Waffle House closes down,
and what you need to do if you own or manage one of those establishments, like out here on the West Coast, you need to have like your hiring managers, your outsourcing. You need to like Waffle House employees should start their own like practice of if you worked at a Waffle House for like 5 years, you should be you get like restaurant ribbons, like military ribbons,
Like the stickers on the back of Ohio State's helmets.
Yeah, dude. Like, and if
The
you've
little
got,
Buckeye.
but if you've got one of those, like you're certified, like you're a certified project manager, but in the restaurant business, you could we know how to handle everything, and
Yeah.
you just go out to various locations that are, let's say that they're places that are typically ready for fights or late night robbery or anything like that, and you start training your employees and hiring the right employees so that because you've ever seen those videos of people that try to rob Waffle Houses and what ends up happening to them. If it's not the guy behind the counter that whoops your ass, it's the guy who's in there eating,
Trying to
who
get some waffles,
who's
man.
going to come over. And there was a former Marine that took down 3 guys a couple years ago,
Learning about Cuba, having some food.
and it was like dude was just stone cold chilling. They came in to try to rob the Waffle House. He takes the pistol from one guy, pistol whips him. The other 2 guys take off running, and he stands over there and holds the gun to the back of the guy's head until the cops get there. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't think about this, did you?
I like the idea of taking somebody's gun, pistol whipping them, and then giving it back to them. Like, what's wrong with you, man? Get in the back of the line, by the way, dude. If you're gonna rob, let me order first. I was here first.
Yeah, right.
No cutsies.
But like, it just seems like if you're a long tenured Waffle House employee, you should be able to like go start your own consulting business
Well,
of like
there's-
how to handle difficult situations in the restaurant fast food line cook world.
There's some of that brethren around. Whenever I run into old dirty birds out there, honk your horn if you ever worked at a Red Robin. Us dirty bird folk, you know, the Spag, which I can't say the word
Can't
that
say the
rhymes
second
with it.
half of that one.
If you ever worked at the Spag, honk your horn because I did too. Like, there's a brethren right there for all of us.
Yeah, see, I was an old Chicago guy, so we got all the dirty birds and,
Yeah.
and the spaghetti factory folks after their places closed.
Hell yeah, dude, because
Yeah.
that's where I'm going. Hey, we going to OC tonight? Hell yeah, we're going to OC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Rusty's there. He's going to hook it up. We all pay cash, so Russ doesn't ring anything in and pours us drinks all night.
I tell you what, that Sunday night closing shift was money because
Yeah.
that's when like all of them came in. It was like server appreciation night, and so
The sales report was terrible, but Russ somehow made more in tips than he sold in alcohol.
it's weird, dude. I'm just really good.
Yeah.
Just customer service to a T over there.
Right?
Have you seen those bars now? They have scales where your bottles sit, so they can act like
Oh,
so.
for inventory.
So it tracks.
Oh, dude, they got-
it's full digital, so it just
Dude,
keeps a live
That's
count
prob-
of it.
That's probably like what's his name, like Taffer's inventory system on
Yeah.
the old bar
They've
restaurant.
got pour spouts that
You
Regulate.
just push it. Yeah.
no, not even just regulate. They have ones that count like how much you are pouring each time.
Oh,
They-
gotcha.
They give you the free pour option still,
Mhm.
but it will basically send data to your boss
Mhm.
that you suck at your job or are hooking it up.
Stuff out here. Bunch of snitches.
So basically, that bottle is like Jim Carrey in the diner after throwing the salt shaker and just pointing at Harry, going, "Him."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to think if there's anything local, like a Waffle House, that I could think of that if they closed, I'd be in big trouble. I was thinking about my buddy Sean, who owns Beer Mongers over on 12th and Division. Great little spot if you like craft beer. Head on over there. Great spot. He is never closed. He is open every single day. He has been open every single day since that shop has been in existence. This includes during COVID, every single day. So I was like, if Beer Mongers closes, then we're in some serious S, or my amigo Sean died. And the reality is I think he would be the band playing as the Titanic's going down, as lava is raining from the sky, and Christ Almighty has taken his redeemers with him.
You know,
And there's Sean pouring beers at Beer Mongers.
Somebody's still gonna need a drink on
Still
the way
gonna
out.
need a drink, dude.
is it bad that the first establishment I thought of was the Acropolis?
The A crop, well, I think they closed though.
Do they?
I think so, yeah.
But like, it just seems kind of bulletproof.
I mean, them steak bites are pretty damn good.
You know what I mean, though? Like,
Don't sleep on the Texas toast either.
no, I'm just trying to think of what's a longer running establishment across generations in Portland that people know better, that like just,
Then the A crop.
you know what I mean?
My parents would have probably said Earthquake Ethel's.
What was the
Yeah.
old Greek spot downtown that was there forever?
Great Cuisina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was that. Was that the one with the octopus?
I believe so.
Yeah,
yes.
that was
yeah.
there forever. I can never remember.
With and then the upstairs room with the super low ceilings.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's either that and what Kells.
Kel's been
Kel's.
around for a long time.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking of places that never closed, that are like survived every economic downturn.
For a long time, I thought it was going to be Mary's, but Mary's eventually moved.
Yeah,
They closed that downtown spot.
that's what I mean. Like,
Could get a burrito at Santeria next door. That's how I found Mary's. I was drinking
I
at
don't
Bailey's.
practice Santeria.
I was I was drinking at Bailey's. Used to be a tap room right there across the street, and I was like, "Where can I get some food?" And they said there's this burrito shop across the street called Santeria. And I was like, "Sweet, I'll go over there." And they were like, "Pretty good burritos, man." They like actually had like a cart where you could put their used utensils and stuff because they clearly like were in on it together. They were like, "Yeah, send people over here." And I went over there, ordered a burrito, and I really had to use the bathroom. They were like, "Yeah, it's just through the door and to the left." And I went through the door, and it was Mary's Strip Club, and I was like, "Whoa, this place shares a bathroom with a strip club? This is the greatest place I've ever been to in my life."
Simple things.
And then I was late to get my burrito.
Oh, you can't do that.
Well, I needed to, check out the place. I wanted to window shop a little bit.
Got to get the lay of the land.
Yeah, I needed to see if this was on the schedule for future endeavors.
Yeah, because right then you're like Magellan.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it just
Discovering.
I'm a man of the people, all right? Just trying to understand the streets of Great Portland and, where I'm going to go when things are truly on fire.
You get a little glitter with your burrito afterwards?
Little glitter. No, kept the burrito in a different spot. Kept the burrito in a different spot. I was single at the time, too, so I think that was helpful.
There you go. It helps.
I think that was helpful.
Yeah,
Oakley dokley.
Never get glitter on the burrito.
Well, we got a good show for you today. We'll have free consultation at 12:15, so get them questions in. I'm looking at the fan text line. It's being a little weird right now. So you can just text Danny's personal phone number. It's 50.
Yep, go for it.
So I'm going to try to work on that during the break, but there's also the YouTube chat.
Yeah,
So
get on that, Patrick.
throw that. Yeah, I'm going to try to do something. I'm going to go track somebody down. So we're trying to figure that out. But we'll have free consultation at 12:15 so you can get those questions in. A lot to get to. A big NFL day for some leftovers. We'll talk about the group of six because I don't know what the hell to do with group of six. But we'll start. I watched 2 baseball games yesterday. A tie ball game at 5-5 and a second game at 1-0 win.
You did.
I did. And you should have too. We'll do that next. 105.1 The Fan. All right, 10:16 here, Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it. We're live, baby, as we always are from the shadows of the semi-historic Fremont Bridge. This is where I would normally tell you 503-864-6326 is the fan text line, but she ain't working right now. She was up all night drinking with Russ last night, I think.
Oh no, she works at the A crop. She doesn't work in the mornings.
Well, she was also watching 2 baseball games last night.
Yeah. She's hungover,
A
yeah.
little tired today.
Yeah, she's not a big baseball fan, but last night she was like, you know what? I'm going to watch one game this year. And I chose Game 3 of the World Series. Why not? It's tied 1-1. I'm told this is a big moment.
I want to get
This guy Shohei.
I want to get this out of the way. There is no excuse outside of somebody dying or somebody being born to leave that game last night.
Not in a World Series game.
The people that
If
left.
it's in July, adios.
Yeah, no. The people that left.
Adios.
Yeah, the people that left. How dare you? How dare you?
One of my for free consultation, if you want to interact, guys, jump on the YouTube page and you can throw in some chats there, and we'll get after that, and we'll see what we can do. We'll keep you updated on that. Yeah, there is no reason to leave that. I've got a good buddy of mine. His dad went to one of the Mariner games
Mm-hmm.
in the playoffs, and old Charlie, Charlie's great ornery old man, and lives in Juneau, Alaska. Shout out Charlie Ford. And he's at this game, and he said he had never high-fived that many people in his life and went to extra innings.
Mhm.
We were at the bar watching it, and we realized, oh, my God, it's the 14th inning. Charlie Ford hasn't had a drink in 7 innings. This is not okay. And so then my buddy, who's the bartender, was texting his dad, and his dad is like, this is the worst game I've ever been to in my life. I hate this. I want to leave right now.
Because he's just sitting in the stands without a beer.
Yep. That's what's rough, dude. I'm telling you. Bars open up in the 12th and the 15th and the 18th. That's what you do, okay? All right? I get it. You don't want people to drive home drunk.
Yeah.
I get it. But you know what?
You open up for 1 inning.
Yep.
12th inning, close it down again, 13th and 14th.
Yep. And
Open
then
it
the
up in
15th, you open it up again.
There you go, yeah. I like that.
And limit it to 1.
Yeah, 1 per person.
But I'm taking this one back to my buddy.
Yeah.
Who's right behind you.
Yeah. I'm taking this back to my buddy.
He's going to get 2.
Yeah.
But it was a wild marathon game. 6.5 hours last night, 18 innings. Freddie Freeman with the game-winning solo home run.
Imagine if that game were in Toronto and it goes that long.
Oh, that'd have been rough. That'd have been rough. It'd be like 3 a.m. in
Yeah, we're
Toronto.
talking 3 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, the bars aren't even open when you leave.
Right?
Well, I don't know. Does Canada have different laws
Who knows?
in Toronto?
They might.
I would
Well,
tell
I guess
you.
even like
I
in
would
New
tell
York-
you to text the fan text line if
no,
you know that, but
no,
I
Like
can't.
in
it's-
Chicago and
it's-
stuff, a lot of times
no,
they're up
it's
until
just-
4 a.m. or
It was the same when I was in
I think BC used to be 4.
I was in Winnipeg, which is Manitoba. Back then, I think it was last call was 2, and then 2:30 was kind of that was it. It was a little
So
bit
like
later,
here.
but
So
yeah,
USA
same year.
or
Yeah.
Oregon laws, because in Washington you're done at 2, but in Oregon I think you can hang. You can still have your drink till
last
2:30.
call to you just got to have everybody
Yeah.
outdoor by 2:30.
Yeah.
But a wild game last night. Freddie Freeman hits that home run. Did you know he is the only man with multiple walk-off home runs in World Series history?
Yeah. The
Another one of those never happened before things.
Yeah, so of the never happened before things, I want to give Freddie Freeman all of his praise and love, and what he did last night
He is
was
wonderful.
awesome. He is a wonderful dude.
First ballot trip to Cooperstown, my
100%.
friend.
MVP, all-time dude, great
he might
guy.
get 3,000 hits too. We were wondering if the 3,000 hits would seal him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I think that home run last night might have sealed him in the Hall of Fame.
He's good there. But to me, the thing about this game is Freddie Freeman's great. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Wonderful
we,
player.
we know who he is.
Very likable, regular season MVP.
Will Klein has never pitched more than 39 pitches in a game. He came out there and threw 72 pitches of absolute gem baseball. And when he is out there in that last inning, in the 4th inning of him being out there, did you see how exhausted he was?
Mm-hmm.
Sweating bullets. When he walked to the dugout, he's high-fiving but falling on guys. Like he left everything. Everyone's like, "Oh, he threw 72 pitches." This is a guy who's never thrown more than 38 in his career, dude.
Well, that adrenaline comes up, like the mom whose baby's stuck under the car and she lifts up the car.
yeah.
You're kind of just in that spot, man. It's do or die.
You could see it just go away. Freddie Freeman's going to get the heroics. Will Klein should go down as a legend for what he did last night.
Yeah, a lot on the line there because I think if the Dodgers go down 2-1, you're really, really worried if you're a Dodger fan. I mean, I think they still have the horses to come back 2-1, but you stole one in Toronto and you want to think that you could end this thing in LA. I mean, the look on Kershaw's face when he came out in the 12th was like, whoa, glad that I didn't do that.
Did you hear
You
Freddie
know.
in the post game? He goes, yeah, man, Clayton's first pitch, 89-mile-an-hour slider. He had it. He goes, he had it for 8 pitches.
The real story of the night, though, I know you love Will Klein, and we just waxed poetically about
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
It's the greatest baseball player of all time.
It's the greatest baseball player of all time, and Shohei Ohtani made base 9 times last night for the first time in a game since like 1942.
And obviously a World Series record.
Shohei Ohtani may never see another pitch in this World Series. The man, I made the joke with Rust earlier, pun intended. It's like the Bonds treatment on steroids.
Well, maybe it's like the Bonds treatment on the clear.
There you go.
Hey,
Cream and clear.
ooh, hey, I like what you did there, Rusty. Yeah, Shohei may never see a pitch again.
He'll
and
clearly never see a pitch again.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I saw the post-game presser with John Schneider, and they were like, one of the reporters said, not to give away any secrets, but is the plan to not let Shohei see any strikes or see any pitches? And he just goes, yep.
For those that may have fallen asleep, Shohei, 5 walks, 4 intentional. 1, the last one, might as well have been. It was, I think, 1 pitch hit the zone. Otherwise, it was junk that we were just hoping he would chase because.
Well, he had hit 2 home runs already.
Yes.
Including one to tie the game.
Yes. And in his 4 actual at-bats, he had 4 hits, including 2 home runs, 3 RBI, and then those 5 walks. He is now in the postseason hitting .283, .424 on base, .811 slugging, while also being a dominant pitcher.
And he's going to throw tonight. Tyler on the YouTube chat running out of words to explain the greatness of Shohei Ohtani, and that's about where we are. I was waxing poetically before we went on the air that I am so very excited that I get to watch baseball in a time with Shohei Ohtani. My favorite players of all time are Bob Gibson and Mickey Mantle. I did not get to watch those guys play. The Athletics of the 70s, the Big Red Machine.
It's so interesting.
The
Those are your
Orioles from the
favorite
late
players,
60s.
but you never saw them play.
Yeah, they're great.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Do you did you guys go back and like watch old footage?
I have this DVD box set
Mhm.
of extended World Series highlights from 1948 to 2009. And
Okay.
I watched every single one of those.
That sounds like something that came with a subscription to Sports Illustrated or something.
Yeah, I dated this girl for like 3 months in college, and she got it for me for my birthday because we happened to be dating during my birthday.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it made the breakup difficult, but
Yeah.
I still have it.
But
The next week.
that's a fun one though. You date around your birthday because you
Yeah,
you get a little something out of it.
yeah. So I've seen all.
But let me
those.
tell you, your Bob Gibson taste. Mwah!
Dude, Bob Gibson's the greatest pitcher of all time.
You're not gonna get a lot.
They
of
literally
argument.
changed the rules because of the man.
Don't worry about the mound.
They
Don't
literally
worry about that
changed the
mound.
rules because of the man. Who else do I love? I love Roberto Clemente.
Hey, yeah.
Didn't get to watch Roberto Clemente. I think Lou Gehrig might be the greatest baseball player of all time.
I mean, we're watching him.
And then there's Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, I got to watch Ichiro, which is pretty rad. I got to see Pedro Martinez, which is pretty rad. The trio in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I live in a Shohei Ohtani world right now.
What happens if he goes out there and throws another gem again? Like what do we do with him?
I think he's just the greatest player of all time.
If he goes out there and goes, 7 2/3, 9 Ks, 1 run, 3 hits kind of thing, like after playing for 18 innings until 12:30 at night last night.
If that's what goes down, do you start having conversations like we do in hockey when you're like, who are the greats of all time? And it's like the Gretzky's at the top and then you start
Yes,
the list.
I think that's what you
You
start
just
doing
kind of
with him.
walk into that with Shohei, that this is the list and clearly he's at the top and we figure out everybody
it's Wayne, and
afterwards.
then where is everybody else? Like, where is Ovechkin? Where is Crosby? Where's, Gordy? Like, Hole, like that. But it's like there's one,
Mhm.
there's unabashedly one that you will never touch, and then everything else.
I know. I was talking to Swag during their show this morning, and I asked him, I was like, Will Smith's the MVP, right? He's been on fire this whole series. He looked at me, he was like, you're an idiot at Shohei. I was like, okay, all right. I'll just see myself out.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I gotta look at the rules. I wonder if Shohei was the only pitcher off limits last night. Because Yoshi was in the pen warming up in the 18th.
Yeah.
So I wonder is Shohei the only guy last night that was like, absolutely not, because I got to throw somebody tomorrow? Because what's today going to look like? I
They
mean,
used 10 pitchers last night.
to be able, if you can get 6 innings out of Shohei tonight, that would be excellent. but you are now in a point where you have to get 6 innings out of Shohei tonight.
Well, either way, he has to throw. Like, he just has to throw.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to.
Let's say
I think if
he gets knocked around in an inning. Let's say it happens. Let's say he gets knocked around the 5th. You can't pull him. You leave him out there.
I think he throws at least 80 pitches no matter what the score is. Because the bullpen is just completely drained.
Yeah, again, they threw 10 pitchers last night, and one of those pitchers damn near doubled his highest pitch count ever.
I mean, the Blue Jays were going to throw Shane Bieber in the 9th inning. Or in the 19th inning. He's the starter tonight.
Yeah.
Love me some Biebs.
Crazy.
I love me some Biebs. My buddy said, glad we have video of Ohtani and Wemby. When we go to the old person retirement centers and talk about them, people would say we were crazy to witness this greatness, but we will actually have footage for them to be able to see. Because that's the truth, dude.
Like
Wilt's
100-point game. It's like
Babe Ruth once pointed to the outfield and hit a home run, and we've got like an grainy footage of it.
we got it in 4K.
Yeah.
Well, what's going to happen when we're in the old people's home? They'll have like, full on like 3D integration now. And they're like, oh.
Well, it'll all be like robots and.
Yeah.
Sports won't be played by humans anymore.
Just cyberpunk.
Yeah. It'll be like,
Probably.
You know how obviously drivers are very important in NASCAR, but it's also like the mechanics.
Yeah.
Will it be that?
Car tuning.
Yeah. It won't be the, the center for the Spurs is so great. It's like, well, no, the software developer for the center is better
good.
than everybody else. Yeah. We know his name.
His coding's pretty good.
Yeah. We know Toyota instead of whoever the driver is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Wow, awesome baseball game last night. I'm glad everybody got to watch it and witness the greatness that is Shohei Ohtani and this Dodger team that refuses to quit, trying to be the first team to go back-to-back in a World Series in over 20 years.
Is it weird?
25 years? 25 years, yeah.
Is it weird, though, because we were all up so late that it's almost tiring talking about that game?
I mean, yeah.
Because it was such an insane game. Like,
I'm not going to lie, I fell asleep in the 13th, but I woke up in the 14th.
There you go.
And some of that was because I had to watch the Blazer game.
I got off air at 10:58, I think is when we signed off. Do what we need to do for a few minutes. I'm out in the car at 11:15. I'm home at 12:15-ish, 12:20, something like that. I'm sitting in an hour drive home, and I'm listening on the radio on 910. There you go. And I'm like, please don't let this game end on the radio. I want to see this. And I got home, and it was like clearly still going. I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to. Maybe we can wrap this up now. Nah? Can we wrap this up? Because there's I think it was about another 20 minutes before it wrapped up. And I was like, this is insane. But the number of opportunities they had, whether it was Will Smith, hitting just short of the wall, or Freddie Freeman having 2 pokes that looked like they were going to go before he finally gets that one over the fence. But man, it was so insane. But it was also the biggest exhale at the end. And how do the Blue Jays have to feel after that?
Totally. And I think the biggest thing, too, that I want going forward, and we'll wrap it up here with this, is like I just want this series to go 6, at least, because this has the makings to be one of the better World Series we've seen, with how great Yoshi was in Game 2, the onslaught of offense in Game 1, the pinch hit grand slam. Freddie's the only player to have 2 walk-off home runs in World Series history. If we can keep that momentum going, say the Jays pull one out tonight, like this series could end really fun.
Real special.
Or it's adios in Game 5, and we'll call it a day. All right, when we come back, when the lights shine, the GOAT shines. Monday Night Football reactions. Patrick Mahomes. Boy, he's comfortable under the lights. But first, there's Russ with Sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, after last night's marathon 18-inning win over the Blue Jays, the Dodgers now hold a 2-1 series lead in the World Series. Game 4 tonight from Chavez Ravine. Shohei Ohtani on the bump for L.A. Shane Bieber for Toronto. That's a 5 o'clock first pitch. Coverage on 910 ESPN Portland starts at 4 o'clock. The Trailblazers are off tonight after improving to 2-2 on the season with last night's win over the depleted Lakers. 3-game road trip wraps up tomorrow night in Salt Lake City against the Jazz. We do have a doubleheader tonight on NBC and Peacock. First up, Giannis and the Bucks hosting the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, a game-time decision for New York. Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, they are game-time decisions for Milwaukee. The Bucks are 1.5-point underdogs in the 5 o'clock tip. And in the nightcap, Steph Curry and the Warriors hosting the Clippers. No Bradley Beal for LA. Al Horford, a game-time decision for Golden State. That one is an 8 o'clock tip. And Ian Rappaport of NFL Network reporting the Saints have informed rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck he will start Sunday at the Rams. Spencer Rattler remaining on the bench. The Saints are currently 14.5-point dogs. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 to 7. The Fan Sports Network. 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Coming up in 15 minutes, we'll dive into Blazers' victory over the Lakers last night. To quote Danny Meringue this morning, that Denny Abia, he plays basketball.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good at basketball, so we'll check in on the Blazers here in a moment. But something I noticed watching this otherwise incredibly boring Monday Night Football game, I thought it was going to be okay from the jump. Tied 7-7. I was like, look at Mariota. He might do this.
Just marching down the field.
March down the field, and then that bad interception off Debo.
Doink.
Dude, I told you this in the break. I've decided I'm out on Debo.
Why?
I just, I would clearly lose in a street fight, but I think he's one of those dudes who just want to punch in the face.
I think a lot of wide receivers.
I'm just frustrated. Like, I don't want to punch him in the face. That's a bad take. I want to shake him.
Look at this. Look at this. I'm wearing him down.
You're rubbing off on him.
I'm wearing him down.
I don't want to hit anybody. But
Yes!
but I just want to grab Debo. I want to grab
A
Devo
metaphorical punch in the face.
like a 4-year-old and just shake him and be like, "What is wrong with you, dude?"
You want to
Oh,
go?
so now you want to do shaking baby
shaking
syndrome.
baby. There you
Shaking
go.
babies, yeah.
Good God. Unbelievable. Sitting here talking about
That really
kids during the
escalated
break.
quickly.
Yeah, I know. And I'm the serial killer. I'm the problem. He's over here shaking
Well,
babies.
yes, that doesn't change anything.
Well, he did cost them that. Like they
Yeah,
were driving
no.
down the
No,
field.
they just
ready to
doinked
take
right
a
off the
lead.
face mask.
You can't give the Chiefs that kind of room. And look, Patrick Mahomes didn't play that well last night. I mean, his stats are okay: 25 to 34, 299, 3 tuds, 2 picks.
Yeah.
But there was something I noticed in that game. Boy, he loves playing in the spotlight.
He's a showman.
He really is.
Like,
And
it's a real thing. Like that's what makes greats great, man. It's not just being like Brady is the GOAT, but he's also a showman.
yeah,
Like
LFG.
Rodgers is a showman. Marino is a showman. Elway, showman. Like those guys, Mahomes, showman. Josh Allen, Lamar, showman.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just get it. There's Baker right now,
Yeah.
showman. Like it's not just winning. It's winning and doing it with a smile on your face, kicking butt, taking names.
Yeah, but I think Mahomes takes it to a whole nother level because it's not just showman, it's arrogance.
Yeah.
And you don't see that a lot from some of those guys. Josh is a confident. Marino was a little arrogance, but also a confident thing. Mahomes is like, I don't know, Mahomes looks at you and it's like, loser.
I think
I feel like he's a kid on the elementary school playground.
I think Josh Allen is arrogant on the field. Like when he lowers his shoulder like on a DB that's going to try to take him on, he looks at him like, "How dare you?" Cam Newton when he tuck the ball and go, "How dare you?"
I just think there's something different about that man in primetime games. I mean,
No,
hell,
there is.
has anybody played more primetime games than him? I feel like
In the last
every
10
game
years? No.
he has is a primetime game. I mean, even this week, it's not a primetime game, but it's the afternoon window on
Yeah.
CBS against the Bills.
No, they're going to feature him, 100%.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'll be Bills Chiefs. That's going to be the national game.
I don't know, Jim. What do you think? That'll be Romo and Nance for sure. But there's, he got thrown down in the end zone, and there was a roughing the passer or late hit. I don't remember exactly what they called. And he's just sitting there and he's smiling. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Of just,
yeah.
gotcha.
But again, we were talking about this the other day. Like when you said when the Blazers played the Warriors, you give me a little bit of stick because I was like, Steph just does throw stuff up at the rim.
He does.
Like
But
there's
it goes in.
But that's the thing is like he's so good that it just goes in, and you're like, how? It is. There's a lot of how dare you, and then he hits you with the night, and he's like,
Yeah, and I feel like Mahomes has got that. Is
Yeah,
he the most
for sure.
gifted quarterback I've ever seen? No, not at all.
He's up there.
Is Steph one of the most gifted athletes to play basketball? Nah, not really.
see, I would push back on that.
There's something about their games that elevate them to whole new levels.
They are very good. They are very good at their hyper specific micro skills. Steph's ability to move off the ball and create havoc while also being the best shooter of all time. Patrick Mahomes able to make throws off platform. Honestly, I think the only quarterback that I've seen in my lifetime who's a better off platform thrower of the ball is Aaron Rodgers.
See, the thing is,
That's it.
They both do the things that they do great,
Mm-hmm.
but I think what Patrick's saying is neither one of them are a fantastic. They're not athletic as hell.
But that's
Yeah,
the thing is,
it's not LeBron
The
James.
things that they do
it's-
great, and they are fantastic at.
see,
But nobody's out there calling Steph Curry like Vince Carter.
but that's the thing
That's
is,
what I mean. It's not LeBron James.
No,
at
I-
6'8", 240.
I get what you guys are
275.
No, I get what you guys are saying. My holistic point is that it's a different kind of athleticism. Like Luka Doncic is the one I always go
They're
to.
like Liam Neeson. They have a very particular set of skills.
Yes, but it's still athleticism. It's just not. It's not the explosive athleticism that we always. When we talk about athletes, we usually talk about either speed or verticality, or sometimes power. But there's hyper specific things like the Luka Doncic one I always make. Luka is the best player P3, the Sports Tracking Institute, has ever tracked at deceleration. His ability to
slow down?
just to stop on one step, like his ability to displace energy at full speed and just stop and then start back up is the best they've tracked. But people don't think of Luka as this great athlete because he's this smooth-bodied white boy who just kind of does this. It's like, no.
So smooth body, no mo.
Jokic is another one. Jokic does not have the biggest vertical, but Jokic has the fastest to his highest point vertical. Like his ability to get to that spot is crazy. So it's like Mahomes. He's unbelievably good. His athleticism is in his arm and his body to contort and be off platform and still make these incredible throws, keep his eyes downfield, or it lies in last week. Did you see the 2 look-off throws he had?
Yep.
He's literally looking at the deep safety.
He's
and
made a career off that.
And he just fires a dime to the flat. And you're just like, people don't think about that as athleticism, and I'm not saying I'm better. It's just in my brain, I think about that as a different kind of athleticism. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. I think, I think you nailed this. I'm just referring to, and I think that's what Russ as well.
The burstiness.
The God-given gift. Also, the greatest deceleration I've ever seen in my entire life is Reggie Bush against Fresno State.
His is deceleration into acceleration because
he stops on that
one
dime and then
goes in one. It's like, woof.
It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think the only running back play that has ever made me go, and like just gasp on my tongue and air at the same time was Saquon Barkley reverse hurdling somebody.
The reverse hurdle is nice too. Also, the Barry Sanders, he like picks up 30 yards but runs like 70.
Yeah,
that one's really good too.
It's those kind of things are crazy.
Deceleration, and I was like, ooh la la.
Deceleration is a fun bit of athleticism that's starting to get a little bit more love finally.
Well, don't look now. The Chiefs are good. You can always count on them being good. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Stream your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long, starting just $30 for your first year. That's like $250 a month. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. I'm currently using the Paramount Plus app right now to watch some Serie A. Napoli playing somebody else. Don't know.
Isn't Pulisic injured, though?
He plays for AC Milan.
I know. I was saying Serie A.
Oh, yeah, he is.
I think we got a new season of Landman coming up soon.
Ooh, I heard that show's supposed to be pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
I like that.
And they got Tulsa King.
Yep. I still say Sly Stallone is the least Dwight person ever.
It's such a weird name.
Yeah.
You just don't look at Sly and be like, you know what, you're a Dwight.
It's because Dwight Schrute just runs it all.
It is a good show, though.
It is crazy to think about how many like characters on shows have changed a name forever.
Right? Like if somebody was ever
like
else
Screech.
Yeah.
or if anybody was ever named Kramer.
Yeah, anybody.
nope.
Yeah, Cosmo Kramer.
Right?
Absolutely. Like if you
Yeah, that's a one-off.
I mean, hell, Jim Kramer isn't even like the most famous Kramer anymore, and he's still on TV losing at stocks.
Oh, yeah, that guy. I forgot about that guy.
Well, he's behind Kramer and then also Kramer versus Kramer.
There you go. See?
I was just about to say that, too.
That's what I mean. Those names.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Patty Mahomes. Getting it done. All right, we come back. Blazers beat the Lakers last night.
As his dad, though.
Blazers beat the Lakers last night, 122-108. I asked the question, how do you take away from a game when you're playing against nobody? We'll do a little Blazer chat next. 105.1 The Fan. Coming up in hour number deuce, we'll get to what to do with the group of 6, as I am lost. Potentially one of the most historically worst defenses in the history of NFL might be happening before our eyes. Quarterback issues, a lot of NFL stuff to kind of circle back through, plus web gems. Loaded deuce, so stick around with us. Just to give you an update on the fan text line out there, I'm sorry, friends, it is still not quite cooperating. I have reached out personally to them, went through the chat line. A woman named Jill was very helpful.
There you go.
Said
Did
she
she
would
address you
email.
as Pat?
Said she would email me. She did not. She addressed me as Patrick. Said she would email me when she digs into it more. So hopefully we'll have that for you. We'll have free consultation at 12:15. You can enter those questions, any advice you need from the weekend or the week going forward in your love life, in your sports life. You can text Jeff Russ personally at 503-8. Just dox people right on the air. That'd be wonderful. You know, if you decided
Once
to
again, that is 503-864-6326.
call that. You can get Jeff Rust on the phone. If
Yeah.
you call that number right now, Jeff Rust will answer the phone.
I hate you so much.
But the Blazers beat the Lakers last night in a game that, unless you're Austin Reeves, didn't quite feel like anything was going on. He did go off again. 41 points. Side note, what is going on with this man?
He can score.
The guy he's got like 100, almost 150 points in 4
He's got
games.
92 points in his last 2 games.
and when LeBron and Luka are both out, somebody has to score.
Somebody has to score, and that's to our conversation yesterday. Look, I know Austin Reeves don't grow on trees. Also, why Reeves is not a Maverick right now, I have no idea.
Yeah, how they didn't get him.
How they did not get him in that deal. But that's kind of what I was trying to talk about yesterday. Is I know Austin Reeves don't grow on trees, but I'd love to have a guy who's not the main scoring option that I know will do it night in if I need him to.
Sure. No, I get what you're saying. No, Reeves was good last night. He was good the game before. He's got, I said, 92 points in the last 2 games, 51 and 41. You know, he did finish with 8 turnovers because he had to do so much. The Lakers are missing Luka and LeBron. I mean, that's you're missing basically 60-plus points, 20 rebounds and 20 assists. Like, that's a big ask. And somebody on the YouTube's, they did have, Vando and they did have Connect. Number one, Dalton Connect is not an NBA player.
I know.
He's not good.
I'm so sad about that. I was so high on him
I know
coming
a
out
lot
of college.
I liked him in college, and then I heard about how his workouts went, and I heard just kind of how things were going in the process. I was like, yeah, Blazers aren't looking at that. That's not going to be a path they go down. I know a lot of Blazers fans were like, they should go get like.
Well, the Lakers already tried to trade him.
Yeah, well,
I
they
mean,
actually did
him.
trade him, and then it was pulled back. But they have no shooting on that team right now. And that's the problem that they have is that even when they're healthy, like Luka's going to get some volume up, but he's not a high efficiency guy as a 3-point shooter. But yeah, I mean that's what this Laker team is going to fight against. But for the Blazers, a win is a win. Denny Avdia goes out there 25, 4 and 4, finished with 3 blocks as well, and you're just like, yep, did it again. 5 of 8 from 3, started 5 of 5 from 3, got to the free throw line. Drew Holiday, man, holy crap, man, is he good. He's so freaking good.
He was nice.
So good.
That's the guy you brought in. And maybe Drew can be that guy that I was talking about yesterday. Maybe Drew can be that guy when you need somebody. Because, look, Shaedon struggled again. And I don't know if we need to beat that dead horse again. I think let the sample size continue to grow. Yep. We'll have this conversation after maybe 10 games. But he struggled to shoot again. And maybe when you have those kind of struggles, maybe Drew can be the guy. Or maybe that's the idea going forward for Master Splitter is just – what somebody will step up. Somebody on this team will step up. Now, I think that the most challenging part of last night's game is you look good. You look like a team effort. Donovan had an excellent game. I'm a big clinging guy.
I thought that was his box score. I thought you felt his presence for the first time this season. Like he controlled.
Dare I say best game of his career.
The Minnesota game last year where it was 18, 12, and 8.
I had a feeling you would say that, but with you, dude. I felt him.
You felt him, and even when he wasn't blocking shots, he sent a couple guys to the ground on fouls. I'm like, yeah, good. Let him know. Let him know that no, you're not getting anything easy in here because I tell you right now, nobody's getting anything easy on the perimeter.
Yeah.
So let him know that there's nothing easy to get against this team.
Yeah, and getting back to Drew, I think one thing that's such a benefit, and it's mentioned on the YouTube chat as well, that Drew is an upgrade at point guard over an Anthony Simons, just because of his versatility, his defense, his leadership, etc.
Yeah,
I'll take that trade every single day right now.
As far as like the style of what they want to play, like Ant last night for the Celtics, won them a game. Came off the bench, had 25, 6 of 13 from 3. But the thing that they gave up there is that shooting.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that the Blazers need. Because again, Denny, Jeremy, Drew, those are your only guys that are hitting shots right now. Sharp's gotten the brunt of this because of what he's been. But outside of the opening night effort from Tumani has struggled offensively. He has not gotten going. You just kind of look up and down. Donovan found it last night, but Chris Murray, even though his shooting is struggling, both him and Blake Wesley, they're so good defensively that you're like, that's fine. Well, we'll find things there. Holistically, through 4 games, Portland Trail Blazers have turned every opponent over 20 times per game.
It's great.
They are playing
That's
with the fifth fastest pace in the NBA. They are number 1 in the NBA in turnover forced percentage. So they're playing fast. So you're like, oh, there's going to be more possessions. Doesn't matter. Even with more possessions, they're turning over teams on over 22% of their possessions. And if you're not scoring well and efficiently, you know what you do? You take 103 shots to the Lakers' 86.
I think the only thing that concerns me, those are excellent stats, and I think this defense is bona fide, 100%. Yes. We know the identity of the Portland Trail Blazers is they make you work, dude. Ant said it best. You don't come to Portland and take a night off.
Did you hear what Harden said?
Mm-mm.
Harden said the same thing.
Yeah.
Harden after the game against the Clippers, he goes, that team's tough as hell, man. Like, that is he goes, they pick you up the whole game. They're going to defend you. They're going to make you work. Like, you can hear it from these guys that have these offensive burdens that like Austin Reeves had 2 8-second violations last night. There was one play where he waved off a screen in the backcourt to try to screen Toumani Camara, because they not only did 2 force those two 8-second calls, he also picked up an offensive foul on Rui Hachimura because he was just pestering Austin Reeves. But on this one play, Reeves waves away the screen like, I got this, and then 2 throws a straight jacket on him. and Reeves tries to cross him over, 2 cuts him off, tries to cross him over again, cuts him off. Bodies him up, 2 knocks the ball away, and Reeves just kind of throws his hands up like, where's the foul? Ball goes off him, Blazers ball. It was like, 8-second call, bud. Deal with it.
My only concern that I've learned in these 4 games, and again, kind of like Shaden or rotation or a lot of things, Young, etc., things we got to wait for a larger sample size on. In these 4 games, the 2 wins are against teams on back-to-back with one of their guys not playing, if not 2. And so it concerns me that even though the defense was there against Minnesota, the defense was there against the Clippers, they have bona fide superstars to close out. I worry that this is a team that only wins those kind of games and against the Jazz on Wednesday, who suck. And so that's my concern is I'm starting to worry that these wins are really only going to that they'll be competitive in every game, but the wins are only going to come around in some sort of so-and-so's not playing or it's a back-to-back, things like that.
Well, that's also
unless the shooting gets going.
That's also right in line with a team that is expected to win 34,
half their,
35,
half their games.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like,
and somebody called me out on it yesterday. I don't remember who it was, that, going into the season, I was very positive. And now I've become kind of doom and gloom. And I'm trying to check myself on that for being 4 games.
They're 2-2, and they legitimately had a real opportunity to be 4-0.
I push a little bit back on the Clipper game.
I mean, it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, but
they were up 11.
Yeah, but I don't know, and maybe it's just the NBA and the ups and downs and the swings of the NBA for me. But I never felt Kawhi and James were going to lose that game.
That's fine, but I mean, they have been in and ahead and had double-digit leads in every single game. That's a profile of a team that plays defense, turns you over. Now, the problem is they need to convert more on these turnovers. And that is going to be the bugaboo for them, is that in transition, a lot of times they are not kicking that ball ahead. That is what is kind of biting them. When they force a turnover, it's not an immediate push. Now, they're playing fast, but they're pushing the ball up in hand and not pushing the ball up with a pass and more forcing the defense to move. Well, that's something that they need to kind of figure out. And I think if they do that, they can find a few more points, and that'll turn into some victories. But no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I'm excited to see the game on Wednesday because the Jazz won't be on a back-to-back.
No.
In theory, they'll be starting everybody now.
And Lowry just had 51.
Yeah, and I know they're not very good.
Well, they're 2-1, and they beat the hell out of the Clippers on opening night.
So I'm excited to see full strength on full strength.
Yeah, no, I am too. You should go in there
Of
and
a
beat the
team you
Jazz.
should win.
You should. It is. It's game 3 of a road trip. It's but it's a shorter trip. You were just in LA for 2 games.
You're on your way home.
And then to Utah. So it's not the most brutal of road trips. But I mean, you kind of look at what the Jazz are right now. They're 2-1, and the game was against the Suns, and I think the Suns are going to be god awful. But Lowry goes for 51, and you're like, that's not bad. You can kind of figure that out. So it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of go in a general sense. But for me, if I'm looking at a team that I expect to be somewhere around the 500-ish realm, if you are consistently in games where it's within 5 points in 5 minutes to go, where you get into clutch basketball, you have to learn how to win in those moments.
Mm-hmm.
The only team I've never had to go through that for a year is the last year's champion, Oklahoma City Thunder. They never had to go through that.
They didn't have to. Well, it's a pretty complete team.
But that's what I mean. Like they are the one-off of, like, you have to learn. You have to learn how to win. You have to learn how to close.
Jason Tatum learned it.
Yep. Every single title team has to
Giannis
learn
had to learn
how
it.
to close.
Mhm.
And
It's what the Nets could never figure out with their big three.
no, and
KD was the only one ever on the court, but
yeah, and it's just, this place, and that's why I think you're seeing the value of Drew and Jeremy so much here early on. Is those two guys are acting as major steadying forces. Drew was 10 of 15 last night. He was very efficient, but think about the timeliness of his buckets so far this season.
That's what I
No
mean.
matter what game you're in, the timeliness of his buckets have been huge. And opening night against the Timberwolves, he had looks for 3 that if they go down, they win.
yeah.
They win that game. And that those
It's too late for Ant to go off on them.
You know what I mean? Like Jeremy, I think, had 2, and I think Drew had 2, and I think Denny left 1. Though you're 3 guys, and that opportunity for them was right there.
All right, we come back. Hour number deuce. We'll get into some college football. What to do with the group of 6. We'll go there next. 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Jeff Rust here with your Sports Center update. First on The Fan. After last night's marathon 18-inning win over the Blue Jays, the Dodgers now hold a 2-1 series lead in the World Series with Game 4 tonight at Chavez Ravine. Shohei Ohtani starting for LA. Shane Bieber on the bump for Toronto. 5 o'clock first pitch. Coverage on 910 ESPN Portland starts at 4 o'clock. The Trailblazers are off tonight after improving to 2-2 on the season with last night's win over a depleted Lakers squad. 3-game road trip wraps up tomorrow night in Salt Lake City. against the Jazz. We do have a doubleheader tonight on NBC and Peacock. First up, Giannis and the Bucks hosting the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, game time decision for New York, as are Gary Trent Jr. and Kyle Kuzma for Milwaukee. The Bucks are 2.5-point underdogs in the 5 o'clock tip. In the nightcap, Steph Curry and the Warriors hosting the Clippers. No Bradley Beal for LA. Al Horford is a game time decision for Golden State. That one's an 8 o'clock tip. The Clippers are 2.5-point road favorites. In the NFL, Ian Rappaport of NFL Media reporting the Saints have informed rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck he will start Sunday at the Rams with Spencer Rattler remaining on the bench. The Saints are currently 14.5-point dogs. And NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reporting Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco week to week after suffering an MCL strain in last night's win over the Commanders. For sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad Taylor. Saturday mornings at 9 on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
All right, hour number deuce. If you missed any in the first hour, you can download that Fan Podcast, 1051thefan.com, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts, over on the YouTubes, youtube.com/1051thefan. If you missed any shows, if you want to catch Prime Times Club Hour from yesterday, you can go check that out on YouTube or the Odyssey app. Bill Connolly was on Dirt and Sprague this morning, always giving some really fun stuff. Even
including championing old Coach O to Oregon State.
Also talked a little Nottingham Forest with Sprague.
Yeah.
So if you missed any of that, you can check that on the YouTubes or wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up this hour, we'll dive into some NFL stuff as this defense is on pace to be one of the worst of all times. Is there any hope in sight? I just looked at a mock draft, and this mock draft has this team taking exactly what they don't need, which I find absolutely hysterical. So we'll get to that. Web gems and some QB issues in the NFL is next. But we'll start here in college football. I wrote this. I needed to let it marinate because I thought we should jump to it yesterday, but I was like, no, let's get to it on Tuesday. Dude, what the hell are we going to do with the group of six? Because
nobody wants it.
If nobody wants it, I watched the USF Memphis game this weekend. Mm-hmm. I had it in my quad box.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I started watching it, and honestly, I took it off the quad box going into the fourth quarter.
Why?
Because USF was up big. And I was like, man, that's the statement. They're my G5 team. And then Memphis went 17-0 in the fourth quarter. They pooped down their leg wearing shorts.
So we've talked about Memphis here, little bits and pieces.
I've been more on the USF train.
For sure.
You're a little more on the Memphis train than I am.
Well, no, I'm on the Byron Brown train at USF because he's so much fun.
I know you love Byron.
He's one of the most fun quarterbacks in all of college football, due to just a gamer. But Memphis every single year has a couple of NFL dudes. And the guys that they have end up being like pretty damn good, especially in college football. And it's like they're just short of just having something. It's kind of funny because it goes back to that 2017 coaching staff that had Mike Norvell, Dan Lanning, Kenny Dillingham. You just like look at that coaching staff and you're like, why are there 6 Power 5 or Power 4 head coaches on this staff right now? This is nuts. But like Memphis just has this program that's just pretty damn good.
Chugging along.
But you've got the Tulanes of the world, the Memphises, the USFs of the world, and they're all in the same conference. It's kind of funny. Memphis is currently 25th in the rankings right now. If you were to keep it going, Tulane would be 27th, and then USF would be 29th. So you have these 3 teams that all in the same conference that are all pretty damn good. But what's missing is there's no Boise State. Mm-hmm. There is a San Diego State that's right there at the back end too. Same with James Madison and North Texas. So what's interesting is the way that the votes are kind of coming in for those teams. Nobody can really separate them. The Memphis, Tulane, USF, San Diego State, James Madison, North Texas. Like, and then there's this group of 6 in the group of 6. Yeah. They're all pretty damn good, but they all have some flaw.
the Memphis, USF, Boise State, North Texas, they've all beat each other.
Yeah.
And they've all lost to each other. And so it doesn't make any sense. You know me, I'm pulling for the North Texas crowd. That's my squad. But you mentioned it. San Diego State has entered the chat, although that loss against Wazoo looks really bad.
It does.
Well, actually, it's looking better every week that goes by. All of a sudden, I'm terrified that Washington State has to go to James Madison. Not stoked about that anymore.
Hey, what happened against North Texas?
Lost by a lot. But we didn't have our quarterback in, so I'll give him that.
It's one of the few the Cougs didn't cover.
I think the biggest concern for me in this is because I think it'll sort of, someone's going to make themselves apparent and they'll prop them up in the rankings and make sure they're a top 20 team by the end of the year so it doesn't look super egregious. But the question I want to ask is, when does this get to a point where the automatic qualifier gets pulled? Is it just that this is an off year, or will the conferences always want it because then Tennessee or Michigan gets a first-round playoff hosting Tulane to smoke them? Or does the SEC start crying, why is Memphis in this year, but you left, let's say Oklahoma wins out.
Yeah.
But you left Oklahoma out. You know, when does that power struggle happen?
I mean, they're already doing that. And interestingly enough, I saw our friend, Danny Cannell, was advocating for getting rid of the automatic bid for the group of 6. And I thought that was a little interesting. I think it should stay. Well, I think it should stay because in damn near every year, they're going to lose. They're going to get smacked. They're going to get pasted. But in the years that they don't,
I know.
And when they get that upset, when they go into South Bend and take on North Bend. God, why do I do that? Why do I confuse?
South Bend?
I know. I always do the Oregon North Bend and Notre Dame South Bend, and I flip them. I don't know why. But let's say
let's just call it Gold Beach. How about that?
There's a North Bend in Washington too.
Yeah. But
in the mountains.
That's just dumb.
The group of 6 team goes into this traditional
place.
blue blood house. They go into the big house. They go into the shoe. They go into Texas, wherever it is, and they pull the upset.
What's the greatest game I ever seen in my entire life? Boise State over Oklahoma.
When they pull the upset, it's worth it.
Utah over Alabama.
It's worth it for 20 years.
100% it's worth it. Appalachian State over Michigan. Never
that is why, for that reason alone, that is good enough for me to keep that. And if you don't like it, SEC, Big 10, Big 12, be better.
I agree. I mean, if we see that happen, I think it's the first step to creating your own league. Because I think if you eliminate that, and there is no path forward for people that aren't in the major 4 conferences, why play football?
Yeah.
You know, why does it matter?
It's dumb.
What would we be playing for? You know, unless you went the route of, you know, it's just the top 16 teams ranked to get in, but voters better be held a lot more accountable than they are right now.
Right.
Because there's a lot of these teams on this, maybe not Western Kentucky, but North Texas could easily be ranked right now. Memphis is ranked. USF's been in all year. Boise State started at the year. But it's like the AP voters are so lazy, and we've waxed poetically about this all season. They are so lazy.
LSU's still getting votes.
You know what I mean? Like, how is LSU getting votes? Because you're not paying attention. And I think that would be the only way to shore up. If you were to eliminate it, that is the only way to shore up, giving people still a chance. Because look, let's take my team for example, who was relegated, who doesn't play in the big boys anymore. Depending on how the rest of the season plays out, if it plays out the way I think it plays out, we could be an 8-win team, and going into next year, that's some serious momentum.
Yeah.
Going into the new Pac-12, I don't know what our out-of-conference schedule looks like for next year, but like, we could go 11-1 next year. You know, I mean, that's crazy talk. I know it is, but that's what schools are looking at right now. That's the path. James Madison makes the bump from D2 to D1. I know it's not called D2 and D1 anymore. Yeah. It's just easier that way. James Madison makes the jump from FCS to FBS. And now, you know, they're 2 years away from being one of these group of 6 perennials. North Texas showed up 2 years ago, and they're about to be a perennial.
You know, Liberty. You know, when they make when they run, you know, or was it 2 years ago Oregon played Liberty and just absolutely demolished them 3 years ago, whatever that was. It doesn't, like, for them, it doesn't matter.
No.
They want that opportunity. They want to be on that stage because even if they lose 9 out of 10 times, that one win means everything. Everything.
See, I think I'm going to bear with me for a second here, but I'm going to equate the group of 6 team automatic qualifier with the NBA's play-in at the end of the season, the play-in tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which for the NBA, I don't like it. I think it's dumb. Just do your top 8 teams and let's be done with it. But
I agree.
But I think that college football needs something like that. And so I feel like that group of 6 representative in that 12-team playoff is basically, it's like the play-in team that starts out as the 10 seed but wins their way in.
Yeah. I mean, they've earned it.
I'm okay with that. We're adding games. It's what you want, right? More betting action, more ticket sales, more hot dogs and hot chocolate.
Not only that, home playoff games.
Dude, I want a home playoff game for Wazoo like you have no idea.
Dude, if we get a local home playoff game for whatever team,
yeah,
I'm
dude,
going.
I'm not a Duck fan at all, I just play one on TV and
I'm making phone calls. If the
Yeah.
Ducks are hosting a home playoff game, I'm making phone calls.
yeah, I don't even care if it's against Memphis.
I don't-
let alone against a Tennessee,
I don't care who it's
BYU.
against. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The pressure, the pomp and circumstance, Autzen turned up to freaking 1,000. I will be there.
I told
I'll be there in
Sukanik,
a second. Oh,
oh,
wait.
sorry.
I told Sukanik that if BYU plays Oregon in a playoff, I will personally drive him down there. And we will wear Mormon shirts.
Do it.
He said the best thing to ever
But
do at a
make him listen
tailgate.
to the Dead the entire way down.
He said the best way to get free drinks at a tailgate is wear a BYU shirt because they're like stoked to give you a beer because they think you don't drink.
Yeah, Suk. Oh God, that's perfect. Yeah, no, I know. I'm not a real drinker.
Yeah.
I guess for this occasion I will.
If I put a gun
Got
to
any
your
White
head,
Russians?
if I put a gun to your head, who gets this?
Right now,
Big game this weekend. Big game this weekend. Navy at North Texas. Undefeated Navy at 7-1 North Texas.
you know what? Last year we had the opportunity, Dusty and I. If Army had done it, they would have had an opportunity because
They were close. They were knocking on the door.
They were knocking on the door and they fell to Navy. If Navy keeps going, maybe we should say it now. Yeah, Harris and I will be there at Army Navy again.
Mm-hmm.
USAA has invited us back to Baltimore, so
got the email for my credentials.
I am 100% sitting here. I'm Army through and through because Air Force came out of the Army Air Corps, but Army's not doing it this year. I will not root for Navy to beat Army, but I will root for Navy to win out.
If Navy beats Army, yeah, if they went out and they beat Army, dude, they're in.
Because you know what would be a ton of fun? A triple option Hellacious Academy team playing in a playoff game.
Whoever gets in, if it's not Navy, because if Navy wins out, that means they beat North Texas this weekend. If it's not Navy, someone's going to be pissed. Because North Texas, say they beat Navy, they're going to have some good wins on their resume, but they lost to USF.
Yep.
If it's USF, Memphis is going to be pissed. We beat them.
Yep.
If it's Boise State, USF's going to be like, what the hell?
But you're gonna
We
have
smoked them.
you're gonna have that American Conference title game.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's true. That's
you're gonna
true.
have a separator, whether it's USF, North Texas, or Memphis. You're gonna have that separator.
Oh, give me North Texas.
Yeah.
Give
So
me North Texas.
The college football slate is not like a banger of bangers. I think there's 3 top 25 matchups this week as far as the teams that are in the top 25. But you do have some sorting games as it pertains to
Sorting hat 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah,
huh?
that's what I said, man. These 3 weeks were going to be sorting hat games.
I was hoping not to quad box on Saturday at 9 a.m., but
Oh
I'm
no,
gonna
you
I'm gonna have
will
to
be. Yeah,
because Vandy at Texas.
yeah. No, they're
That's my dead trumpet for the death of Texas Longhorns football this year.
well. What if Texas wins? Texas back.
See, that's the worst part because I hate the dual. I hate the dual screen
Mm.
in the quad box for YouTube TV. So I just find 4, and I always get like pushed into watching something that I don't want to watch. So it'll be Penn State at Ohio State. It'll be Vandy at Texas. Give me, I guess, Miami at SMU. They're finally on the road. And Navy at North Texas.
Fun.
North Texas, 6.5 point favorite.
It's fun.
Over under 65.5.
It's there. Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right, when we come back, we'll slide over to the NFL as this team is on pace to have one of the all-time worst defenses known to man. Is there anything to save them? We'll go there next. Get your questions in, free consultation on the YouTube chat. I'm sorry, we're still working on the text line, but no hope yet. So if you got any, get them in on the YouTube chat. We'll do that at 12:15. This is Portland Sports Leader, 105.1 The Fan.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard. Have you ever been to a volcano?
All right, we'll stick in the NFL here for a little bit. Some leftovers, clean up on aisle here.
I know we're going to, but this may be the NFL week that I cared the least about in years.
Well, only one game was settled by less than 10 points.
That's what I mean. It was,
and a team pooped down their leg.
yeah,
That's what it took.
the greatest ever, Joe Flacco, scored 38 points and lost.
Is Joe Flacco elite?
People are asking. People are asking.
I mean, I think if you looked at it from a perspective of there were some good performances. People played well.
Sure.
Herbie played well. Mahomes was entertaining last night.
Drake May.
Jordan Love Rogers is clearly a storyline, although I don't know how much I enjoyed that game.
CJ Stroud was good.
CJ was finally good. But yeah, it was a rough one. There are some decent ones on the plate for this coming weekend, but I don't know, man. I wrestle with this. I talk with another radio host, and we both wrestle with this right now of focusing too much on college and not enough on NFL. And I think we both come to the agreement that a lot of it is because college football, a loss is huge. You can recover from a loss in the NFL so much easier. But you lose 3 games and you're fired. The NFL doesn't operate that way. And so I think sometimes because we live in such a high stakes world that we are bloodthirsty for that, on the table every single week. And the NFL just doesn't have that sometimes. So you're really reliant on it being good matchups. But here's primetime. Baltimore at Miami, pass. Arizona at Dallas, pass. Seattle at Washington, I'm intrigued. Jaden Daniels coming back.
Jaden's playing, yeah.
The afternoon game will most likely be Kansas City at Buffalo. I'm intrigued. But Chicago at Cincinnati, Minnesota at Detroit, Carolina at Green Bay, Chargers at Tennessee, Atlanta at New England, Niners at Giants, Colts at Pittsburgh, Denver at Houston. Some of those games, Denver at Houston, okay, I'm intrigued.
Colts Pittsburgh,
yeah, I'm intrigued, but none are ooh.
Yeah.
Chiefs at Buffalo.
A lot of that I think is the parity in the NFL is that you can absorb 5-6 losses.
Mm-hmm. You can
go 11-6 and make the playoffs.
Be the wild card and win a Super Bowl. Go ask Eli Manning.
Yeah,
he did it twice.
It's on the table, and I think that's just kind of where things are at in the NFL. Is that unless you're, have you heard what the Ravens' motto is? 12-5.
Okay.
12-5. That's their motto.
Let me know.
And I'm just like,
is their new motto 11-6 after this week?
Yeah, it's like
54%.
Ooh.
But
it's one win away from the big one.
It's just like that's tough, man. And I think a big part of it is a lot of the storylines coming into the season in the NFL have gone up in flames.
They have.
They've just
Lamar, adios.
Joe, Burrow, adios. The Bengals are fried.
Can Miami finally do something? Nope, they can't.
And nobody wants to talk about, the top teams in their conferences right now being the Indianapolis Colts for the AFC and the Packers up top. Now, Packers obviously are going to get more love, but they're not a sexy team.
Right. The brand is sexy.
But the
team itself
Jordan Love's
isn't.
not sexy. Who's the most well-known, well-liked player on that team? It's probably Jordan Love. But
yeah, definitely.
But defensively,
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, honestly, it's Micah now. I'm
Yeah.
still
Are we
my
overlooking
brain
the fact
is
that
not.
the Packers have a tight end in Cheesehead Land named Kraft.
Yeah,
It's pretty dope.
no, it's pretty dope. But they don't acknowledge it because it's Kraft brand and not
crappy cheese.
Yeah,
not
Wisconsin cheese.
It's not Wisconsin cheese. But the Packers don't have a wide receiver that's sexy. Josh Jacobs is a damn good running back, but he does not have all of the glory heaped upon him. And outside of Micah, there isn't a guy. There's no Reggie White. There's no Charles Woodson. There's no AJ Hawk.
Al Harris.
There's no
my cousin.
Yeah, there's no Clay Matthews.
There's no Robert Brooks. There's no Antonio Freeman.
Sterling Sharp.
There's
Donald Driver.
or hell, Brett or Aaron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jordan's getting there, I think.
Look, again, I am not anti-Jordan.
But you're not pro-Jordan.
I
that
think,
makes you anti-Jordan.
I think he's...
What is it, Shaden Sharp playing quarterback for the Packers?
Right?
Well, what that means is that's 5 toes on each side of the fence.
Got you there, buddy.
I think he's good.
Gotcha.
Not great. think he's good, not great. But honestly, that's actually a pretty apt comparison for Shaden, where I think he's good, not great.
I'm just a honk. I love Jordan Love. In 2024, the Carolina Panthers, they hold the record for the most. Follow me on this. It'll be a lot of jumble, but just follow me. In 2024, the Panthers hold the record for most points given up in a season at 534. They only gave up 31.4 points per game. That's not the record because the 81 Colts had 33.3. Okay, you still following here? In 2012, the Saints hold the total opponent yards record at 7,042 or 440.1 a game. The same 81 Colts team is in second at 424.6. All right?
Okay.
Currently, right now, an NFL defense is sitting at giving up 31.3 points a game, which would be third worst all time, and are giving up 419 yards a game, which is 30 yards behind the worst of all time. That would be your Dallas Cowboys.
I was going to say the Cowboys or the Bengals.
It is your Dallas Cowboys. They are sitting on the precipice of having the realistically, statistically, worst defense of all time.
Yeah.
Why you trade Micah Parsons and don't give him the bank? I don't know the answer to that. And I'll take you another step further. I've been kind of teasing around with some mock drafts of late because I'm just curious as sometimes they overhype some college guys or they give me reason to watch teams that like aren't in the playoff hunt anymore.
Yeah, no, but you want to go see a dude.
Like Peter Woods, the D lineman for Clemson. I'm like, ooh, I might go watch that guy. He looks like a day one pick. The 15th pick in this mock draft on CBS Sports has the Dallas Cowboys at number 15 taking Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame because that's what Jerry does. Your defense is about to be one of the most all-time worst defenses, and you want a running back?
Yeah.
Dude, the offense is not your problem there. Dak is having one of his best years, if not, dare I say, his best year. Dare I say, Dak Prescott's having an MVP-level season.
Oh, no,
his team is just ass.
Yeah, no, the defensive side of the ball, they are terrible. It's not just injuries. Yes, Diggs is hurt, and they've got a couple other guys hurt as well, but their defense is bona fide cheeks. It genuinely is. I was just looking at this. You know, some teams have played 7 games, some teams have played 8, and I was like, all right, let me find a good defense that's played 8 games. Do you know the difference in yardage, total yards given up in 8 games between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns?
Ooh, I mean, what's the Cleveland Browns ranked as a defense?
They're
Total defense.
They're up there.
They're up there.
They're up there. They're good. They're a good defense.
Okay, so if Dallas has given up, say, roughly 420 yards,
so just total yardage, the Cowboys have given up 3,237 yards.
I'll bet you the Browns have given up 1,700.
Not quite. 2,200, but it is 1,000 yards over 8 games.
And if you're giving
That's
up
more than 100 yards per game.
And if you're giving up 400 a game, that's almost 3 games worth of yards your defense has given up in comparison. 3 games worth in comparison to Cleveland, who's what, top 10, top 5?
Let's see.
Is Cleveland top 5?
Yards per game, the Browns are giving up 276, which puts them third best in yardage, and they're giving up 23 points, which puts them about 10th.
Top 10.
Like the Browns have a good defense.
They have a great defense.
I think they're 12th. But
that's why Myles Garrett's real pissed off because they have a really good defense.
Yeah, and he had 5 sacks in a game.
Also, side note on that Myles Garrett thing and sticking with the Cowboys. Look, they've called about Max. They've called about Trey. Sounds like they're going to call about Myles. And everybody's saying no.
Yeah, because they know the value of those guys.
And I also
you gave one of them up, so what are you doing?
I also, like, if you're Cincinnati, dude, hell yeah, give me those picks you got from Micah Parsons. You can have Trey Hendrickson because he's going to walk at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it's the Bengals, you absolutely do
But they've said no.
Yeah.
So
they're probably, I would imagine that Dallas is not offering everything they got up for.
But I might tinfoil hat and just say that people were like, dude, we're not going to bail you out of this. All right? That was a stupid trade to trade Micah Parsons. We're tired of you. We're tired of seeing this team on, primetime football all the time. Nationally
go suck in
publicized.
obscurity.
Yeah, go somewhere else. Kick rocks, dude. I'm over this. Not that they would because Jerry is very powerful at the owners' meeting. But, dude, if I'm a GM, literally, why do I need to bail the Cowboys out?
Bro,
why is it on me to do it?
The Texans have only played 7 games, so you need to adjust accordingly. But the Texans have only given up 1,868 yards and 14.7 points per game. That defense is filthy.
I know you've been saying it all year. What's Denver at, if I can ask that, and then we'll move on?
No, you're fine. Denver is they're fifth overall in points given up at 18.9. And in total yards, they are, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11th. But they do have, of the teams that have played 8 games, they have the third least. The only teams that have given up less are the Browns and the Chiefs.
Surtain's going to be out for a little bit. That
Yeah,
hurts.
was it
That
strained
hurts.
pec?
Yeah,
got
something like that.
caught up in the tackle.
Let's stick in the NFL. We'll jump to the other side of the football. 1, 2, 3. These 4 teams have massive quarterback issues, and I'll ask the question, which one needs it the most? And one of them, I think, might be in just the worst possible place you could be. We'll do that next. But first, we'll toss it over to the Kahuna with sports.
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, after last night's marathon 18-inning win over the Blue Jays, the Dodgers now hold a 2-1 series lead in the Fall Classic. Game 4 tonight at Chavez Ravine. Shohei Ohtani's on the bump for L.A. Shane Bieber for Toronto. 5 o'clock first pitch. Coverage on 910 ESPN Portland starts at 4 o'clock. Over in the association, the Trailblazers are off tonight after improving to 2-2 with last night's win over a depleted Lakers squad. 3-game road trip wraps up tomorrow night in Salt Lake against the Jazz. Got a doubleheader tonight on NBC and Peacock. First up, Giannis and the Bucks hosting the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, a game-time decision for New York. Meanwhile, Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, they are game-time decisions for Milwaukee. The Bucks are 2.5-point dogs in the 5 o'clock tip. In the nightcap, Steph Curry and the Warriors hosting the Clippers. No Bradley Beal for L.A. Al Horford, a game-time decision for Golden State. That one's an 8 o'clock tip. Clippers are 2.5-point road favorites. Over in the NFL, Ian Rappaport of NFL Network reporting the Saints have informed rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck he will start Sunday at the Rams. Spencer Rattler will remain on the bench. The Saints are currently 14.5-point dogs. And NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reporting Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco week to week after suffering an MCL strain in last night's win over the Commanders. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the firm of Harris and Meringue. Weekdays 10 to 1. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Time to celebrate here, Mr. Newman. Thank you. The rotator gods always shine on us. The text line is back up and open, 503-864-6326. Shout out to whoever made that happen. I appreciate all the people doing the work behind the scenes to get that thing going. We love that, baby. The Tex Machina. She is a sexy bitch. God, I love her. God, I love her. Web Gems coming up here in a minute. We'll switch over to some golf and more defamation stuff. God, I just want someone to do this to me so bad. So bad. It's all I ask in life. We'll get to that at 11:45. Get your final consultation questions in, 503-864-6326. We'll do that at 12:15. Any advice you need from the weekend or going forward, whether it's work, your personal life, whether you need to honk your horn because you worked at Red Robin or the old spaghetti factory, or if you got some sports things, you poor Cowboys fans. And as this Raider fan says on the text line, Denver should be 8-0.
I didn't see that text.
You just glossed right over that.
No, it says somebody should be 8-0. It's just blank.
It's just
A team should be 8-0. I don't know why that whatever that word is not coming through.
Excuse me, I'm still hacking stuff up. We got some QB issues going around in the NFL, and I don't just mean that like Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler suck, but I mean
Yes, but
I'm talking more like injury situation and kind of like who desperately needs their guys back. And the 4 teams I pulled up are Minnesota, Washington, Atlanta, and Baltimore. I think it's probably safe to say that Baltimore might have too steep of a hill to climb. And not just that they can win 11 in a row, but they have more issues than just Lamar Jackson being hurt.
yeah, I mean they're getting healthier. But I've got a buddy of mine who's a huge Ravens fan, and he wanted me to sit down and go through this with him. He goes, the guys that they have are really good. The Lamars, the Roquan Smiths, the Marlon Humphreys, the Kyle Hamiltons, all those guys, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews. But the rest of the team, the gap between their stars and the guys who got paid and the rest of the roster is a canyon.
I know, and we didn't see it coming. How did we not see this coming?
Because the Ravens have backfilled their roster for 15 years with good players.
I did not hear a single person at the beginning of this season tell me that the Ravens, hey guys, hot take incoming, I might be the only one. Call me crazy. I'm on an island. Not one person saying, I think the Ravens could take a step back. It was like, you got to do it now. Otherwise, you're going to be a choke artist forever. And now the roster is just not very good. And I think they've missed out on coaching as we've waxed poetically all season long that Mike McDonald is a dude.
Yeah.
And clearly is missed over there from a schematic standpoint. So I do think that Baltimore lives in that world of desperately needing him back, but I don't know if that's going to change things for them. You see Kirk Cousins over the weekend?
Yeah.
Boy, dude.
I went 4-1 in my pick'em league. Guess what my one loss was?
Yeah, dude, you ain't got it, bud.
Because they were playing the Dolphins.
You ain't got it, bud. And it's tough. It's tough. I think everybody likes to think that they can swan song it like what Joe Flacco's doing right now, or hell, take it to an extreme and do what Tom's braids did. But, boy, when the quarterback fall-off happens, it's steep. Let's not forget Peyton Manning's last year. He won a Super Bowl, and it was not pretty.
Well, he did not win a Super Bowl. The Denver Broncos won a Super Bowl.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And that drop-off is huge. Look, Ben could barely move at the end of his days. What we're seeing from Rodgers now is borderline godsend. But he is also very ginger.
Oh, sure.
When you watch him,
he ain't taking off and running.
There ain't that explosiveness.
His own lineman hit him on the shoulder pad. He was like, what are you doing? I'm old.
Dude, that Hall of Famer don't play like a Hall of Famer anymore. But he's adapting his game, and I would argue that's what Joe Flacco did the same thing.
There's one team that I'm very interested to see what's going to happen, and that's the Minnesota Vikings.
Exactly. That's where I was going to go. If Daniels comes back this week, I have faith in them. They'll figure it out. That roster is still loaded. They're still ready to win. But, boy, Carson Wentz out for the year with the shoulder surgery. They killed him. They killed him.
I want to give Carson Wentz some credit because he kept playing.
I know he did.
With his shoulder
we talked about this on Friday.
By a thread.
We talked about this on Friday, dude. The guy sat down on the bench by himself and was basically crying because his shoulder hurt so much. And
it turns out his shoulder is gone.
And Minnesota did not care and kept putting him out there. Like, that guy, they killed him. He's done. I mean, that guy might never play quarterback
his shoulder, the damage that they listed to his shoulder, I was like, good God, man, did he get shot?
And here's the worst part. Carson Wentz might have the best arm on the team.
Because J.J. McCarthy is supposed to make his return. And I heard the boys this morning, and they brought up an interesting point.
I was kind of high on JJ,
You were.
which is shocking because you know me and my Michigan.
Yeah, I've never been high on J.J. McCarthy, and this is my rule for quarterbacks. College, high school, NFL. If you have a good to great or truly great quarterback, you know what you do? You let them be great.
That is true.
And if you aren't, you limit what they do.
Let's take one of the most famous examples of screwing that up is Mario Cristobal at Oregon. Mario leaves, then unleashes Herbie in a Rose Bowl, and you're like, whoa, there's an NFL quarterback right there.
Yep.
Look at the cannon on that guy. He's not just a runner. He can throw the football. And you're right, because J.J. McCarthy never had a 300-yard game in Michigan, won a natty, controlled the ball, didn't turn it over a lot. And you get him with Kevin O'Connell, KO, he can make dudes become dudes. We've seen it with Sam Darnold, and we saw it with who else? Danny Dimes in Indianapolis. Yeah, I think they're in the most trouble when it comes to quarterback. You just spent a first-round pick on it and let two guys walk out the door.
Yeah, Darnold and Danny Dimes right now are two of the better quarterbacks in the league.
On serious contending football teams. Do you think of the Seahawks as serious contenders?
Serious?
I take them as serious contenders.
No, contender, yes. Serious?
I don't think they'll win, but nobody's going to want to play them.
No, I agree.
It's like playing Iowa.
Yeah. You mean their defense is good offensively? Him and Darnold and JSN are certainly a hell of a duo. Offensive line still bothers me a lot. But yeah, maybe it's my bias coming out because I've never been a J.J. McCarthy guy. Well, I am a guy that when we talk about this all the time, if new information, new opinions. But when I'm sure about a guy, I think the only time I've been sure about a guy not being a dude, or I was so egregiously wrong in the NFL, was Justin Herbert. I did not think him coming out after, like I said, I think I saw him play live about a half dozen times. I'm like, he's got some stuff, but I don't see it. And a big part of that was Cristobal. But in the NBA, it was Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Was never thought he would be anywhere close to what he is.
I know. Well, Cade usually doesn't let those guys cook like that, you know, when he had those dudes. I think Schneider does things a little different, but sometimes those rookies, I mean, Cal might be the only one that was like, ooh, you freshman, go ball.
And that's why you go to
John
Kentucky.
Wall, go ball.
But,
yeah, to where K is going to be like, yo, hey, we play man-to-man defense here.
The quarterback room, I was out on Bryce Young immediately.
I think everybody was except the Carolina Panthers.
I'm like, nope, not my Huckleberry, not going down that path. Marcus Mariota. I love it because for some reason I had my Twitter account hooked to my Facebook, and I'll get the yearly reminders. And right around draft time, that tweet from whatever year that was pops up every year. Marcus Mariota is not going to be a good NFL quarterback. And I'm like, nope, absolutely not. Do not buy it. Don't believe it for 1 second. Quarterbacks in this draft class, there is not a quarterback in this class that I'm like, yes.
Talking to you about this CBS mock draft, number one has the Saints taking Ty Simpson and the Tiesmen at number 1 overall.
Good luck with that.
The Jets at 2 with Dante Moore.
Good luck with that.
The Browns at 4 with Fernando Mendoza.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, those are the quarterbacks. Let's see. Scrolling. I don't know if I saw any other in the first
round. And I'm nobody.
Round.
It doesn't matter.
They had Jets at
Lenora
2 with
Sellers.
Dante Moore?
Jets at 2 with Dante Moore.
Because I was just noticing they had one of the more recently updated Heisman odds graphics. Dante Moore not in the top 10.
Yeah. I mean, he had a rough game, so it doesn't shock me.
But I mean...
But I think people just still love the athleticism, the talent. I mean, he clearly has talent.
Oh, for sure. If you're talking about in this draft class, guys that are talented, he's up towards the top of the quarterbacks for sure.
This mock draft has Lenora Sellers to the Steelers at 19.
Yeah, he wasn't with the Raiders at like pick 6 last week.
Oh, dude. Non-quarterback, pick number 22. The Kansas City Chiefs select Kenyon Sadiq.
Oh, God.
You want that? You want that? How do you like them apples?
Oh, I like that apple.
You want another Hall of Fame tight end for the Chiefs?
Man.
That's how you get another Hall of Fame tight end for the Chiefs.
Patrick Mahomes would love that.
I do not like this.
Nom, nom, nom.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, dude.
Hard
that should
pass.
terrify everyone, dude. Even if I didn't need a tight end, I could have Tony Gonzalez on my team and be like, I'm going to take that guy just so they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's not a bad way to go.
Like, you know, there was a certain Patriots team that had 2 basically Hall of Fame tight ends in Rob Gronkowski and
Yeah.
Wait.
I'll sit here to this day and tell you that Aaron Hernandez was the better tight end.
I mean,
Complete package, dude.
he might have been.
Guy killed it on the field.
Yeah. And off the field.
Oh, no.
A lot.
Those are the owner quarterbacks in this mock draft that I'm looking at.
But yeah, but like
It's Minnesota. You're in big trouble, but you might be in line to draft another quarterback.
And by the
so-
way, Dante Moore seeing his name right next to the Jets is like,
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Yeah, dude, who's freaking out more? Dante Moore next to the Jets or Fernando Mendoza next to the Browns?
yeah. Well, here, as a Raiders fan who desperately needs a quarterback and looking at this class going,
I'll take an O-lineman.
go ahead, guys. Go ahead. Fight over all those guys.
I'll take
Spencer Fano, come on down, big fella.
I'll take that DB from Penn State, please.
it's
Thank
okay,
you.
leave it to the Raiders to take another running back in the first round, though.
Mark Davis is like, dude,
We're going to go Thunder and Lightning.
Yeah.
dude, Jeremiah Love is dope.
Yeah,
I'm going
right.
for him. Ruggs will be out of jail in 3 years. Let's get this going.
Caleb Downs, Spencer Fano, AJ Harris.
Dude, every single thing I've seen, no matter where they pick Caleb Downs to the Dolphins, poor dude. Hope you like sunshine. At
I
least you
mean,
get sunshine.
of places to play, tax free and good weather.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's probably going to be in there under a new coaching regime, though, I assume, and probably a new quarterback.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, if he's lucky.
I'll bet you Tua stays there. All right, we come back. We'll get into web gems. We'll take a pivot over, and I'll tell you what. If anybody wants to do this for me, I would absolutely welcome it with open arms. Web gems is next. 105.1 The Fan.
Sometimes it's good.
Aw, I've interrupted happy time.
Sometimes it's bad.
No, son of a...
It's Web Gems,
What'd you do?
the firm of Harris and Meringue on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080 The Fan.
All right, this Web Gems do it every single day at 11:45. Coming up on the Big Nooner, talk about one of our favorite coaches to talk about, the hottest name in college football, in Lane Kiffin. at noon, and then it's free consultation at 12:15. Text, I love you too. Text line is up and working. Mahomes with Sadiq.
Mostly.
I don't think I can say the rest of this, but they are, let's put it this way, very excited about the idea of Patrick Mahomes and Kenyon Sadiq. I got one listener apologizing. Damn right. I told you Rattler sucks. But guess what? So does Tyler Shuck. So we can both be wrong on this one.
Your fellow Coug, Joe Simons, last night, we were watching the game. I don't know how, Tyree's a Saints guy. And I'm like, I couldn't remember how we started talking about the Saints. And I said, Spencer Rattler's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. And Joe's like, he's not that bad. He's won me a few games in our Pick'em League. And I'm like, Joe, where are you at in our Pick'em League? He's like,
dead last.
Fourth from the bottom. And there's like 30 people in this Pick'em League right now. And I'm like, exactly. I don't know what Tyler Shuck is, but I Spencer Rattler, 100% like,
I know what that guy is.
I know what he is. Like he is Bryce Young for me. I want nothing. Justin Fields, yep, want nothing to do with you.
I'd rather have Bryce Young than Spencer Rattler, and it's not close.
Oh, I know, but I mean, as far as like quarterbacks that are dead to me, you're dead to me. You are not. You are a backup at best.
I can't believe the nicest thing I've ever said about Bryce Young is that I'd rather have him than Spencer Rattler.
That's like asking if you want the revolver or the shotgun.
I hope
like
Bryce
at the firing squad. Which one would you rather have?
I hope Bryce Young isn't listening to the show today. I know he's a big P1, but hopefully he took today off.
But I love how you don't apologize to Spencer Rattler, though.
No, you suck, dude. Nah, man, you suck, dude. Sorry, bud.
It's hard out here.
Sorry, dude. Web Gems, this story is brought to you by Jack Nicklaus. He was awarded $50 million in a lawsuit against his former company, Nicklaus Companies LLC, stemming from allegations that the company defamed him and interfered with his contractual rights. They basically started a rumor that Jack was going to be the face of Live Golf and other Saudi-backed ventures. And so he sued them. And now he's rich again. I want someone to sue me, or I want someone to defame me so I can sue them and make money like that. That is better than a fired coach. It's better than a fired college football coach.
No. Well, and to have it be because you suggested that he might do something.
Right, dude? He was like, I think he might possibly be interested in thinking about being the face, potentially, of Live Golf.
But here's the thing.
Boom, 50 mil.
He's probably got to pay a significant amount in lawyer fees, and he had to wait for it and go through.
Dude, he probably has a lawyer on retainer.
Well, I know, but you know what I'm saying. Like, he's not getting the whole, like, Brian Kelly, if he decides to not coach football because there's offset language, is going to get $54 million to do nothing.
God, I want that job.
Nothing beats that. Also, this is a random Jack tangent. My algorithm for social media is 90% golf, and it was Jack at, I want to say, like some Masters influencer thing. Like they had golf influencers there.
Who's a golf influencer?
Oh, dude, there's a crap. Paige Sporanic is a golf influencer.
Are they like old people, or is it like hots for the youngs?
It's hots for the youngs.
Well, I've seen the one you always show me.
Well, I mean, come on. Always show you?
You always show me that lady.
I showed you Paige once.
You always show me that lady. I've seen that lady like 6 times, and only from you. I don't even know her name.
Don't do that to me.
But it's the truth.
I've showed you her once.
No, once a day.
You're a monster. I hate you. But the there's this clip of him with these influencers, and it's him like still like hitting long drives, and one of the things he won, I think, is the 1963 PGA Championship. They had a long drive contest. He has a money clip as one of the prizes, and that's what he carries his money in. And let me tell you right now, he had a wad of hundreds in this money clip. But it's
probably gambles on the course every day.
Oh, I bet you he does. But it's this incredibly detailed, engraved money clip. It says 1963 PGA Championship long drive winner.
Sexy.
And it's like 367 yards.
Wow.
With a driver that's made of wood.
With a toothpick, yeah.
And it's like, imagine what Jack would have done. Like, he was basically Bryson before Bryson.
Now watch this drive.
Yes. Like Jack, it was funny. Is like Jack's like, yeah, I get. He has that soft, little voice like this, and he's like, back then, he goes, how would I keep up now? I'd keep up real good. And then he pulls out that money clip and shows just how far he used to hit the ball back then. I'm like, oh, we always talk about, Michael Jordan went up against plumbers. Jack was bombing drives back in the day.
Oh yeah, Jack's. I mean,
But I mean, like, think about that. 367 with a driver that, he whittled with his bare hands. Imagine what he...
Over a fire while escaping wolves attacking
You know what I mean? Imagine what he does with a Ping 440 driver now, the $600 Tour Edition driver now. You know what I mean? That man's hitting 400-yard bombs off the tee, just out there, just John Daly-ing it.
Why not?
I love it.
Why not?
I love it when the old guys out there let everybody know. You know what I mean? Like
the golf guys, especially, they're like, "Shut up, kid. You're just lucky that my back went out 20 years ago." Freddie Couples like, "Mine went out 40 years ago,
and I'm still giving him work."
I don't have a back, but here I am, day 3 at the Masters again. I mean, I can't walk now, but here I am at day 3. All right, when we come back, we'll get into the big nooner. We'll talk about Lane Kiffin and what's made him so special, why everybody wants him, plus free consultation. Your questions are coming in. We're filling up. Might be a double seggy today. We'll let you guys decide that. 503-864-6326 over on the YouTube chat. Big nooner is next. Stick with us. We're having fun. 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Jeff Rust here with your Sports Center update. First on The Fan. After last night's marathon 18-inning win over the Blue Jays, the Dodgers now hold a 2-1 series lead in the Fall Classic. Game 4 tonight at Chavez Ravine. Shohei Ohtani on the bump for L.A. Shane Bieber for Toronto. 5 o'clock first pitch. Coverage over across the hall on 910 ESPN. Portland starts at 4 o'clock. The Blazers are off tonight after improving to 2-2 with last night's win over an injured Lakers squad. 3-game road trip wraps up tomorrow night in Salt Lake City against the Jazz. We got a doubleheader tonight on NBC and Peacock. First up, Giannis and the Bucks hosting the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, a game-time decision for New York. Meanwhile, Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, similar designations for Milwaukee. The Bucks are 2.5-point home dogs in the 5 o'clock tip. In the nightcap, Steph Curry and the Warriors hosting the Clip Joint. No Bradley Beal for L.A. Al Horford, a game-time decision for Golden State. That one is an 8 o'clock tip. The Clippers are 2.5-point road favorites. Ian Rappaport of NFL Network reporting the Saints have informed rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck he will start Sunday at the Rams. Spencer Rattler remaining on the bench. The Saints currently 14.5-point underdogs, and NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reporting Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco week to week after suffering an MCL sprain in last night's win over the Commanders. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now Window Nation brings you on-demand videos. Watch Window Nation's Window into the Fan.
I want to go here. Send you on your way. Ducks Insider from 1 to 2, and the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson from 2 to 3, and then it's prime time, 3 to 7. Take you all the way home, finishing up 13 hours of continuous, live, local, regional sports talk radio. Text line is back, 503-864-6326. However, we cannot respond to you. Sometimes I like to text them back. You like to fight them.
I have a little bit. If you refresh, it sometimes works. No, it's still doing the thing.
No, I'm talking to Jill again.
Oh,
I got
no.
Jill on the case again.
Wow. Come on,
She's
Jill.
helping me out. Shout out Jill.
Shout out, Jill.
Shout out Jill. She brought us the text line back. I don't know if she did, but somebody did something. Probably somebody higher up. It was probably Boss Man or the engineer. Someone with real power, not just me on an online chat.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Free consultation coming up at 12:15. Get those questions in, and we will take care of you, give you free advice. We got a couple in already. At least one seggy. We'll leave that up to you guys if you want more. But we'll start here in college football in the SEC, where it just matters more. Pow. Can you remember the last time we saw a coach that was clamored and praised and covered as much as Lane Kiffin is right now?
Yeah. He retired a year ago.
Nick Saban?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like clamoring like, is this guy going to take a new job? Like he's at a place that he seems comfortable, but better jobs have opened up and everybody wants him because everybody wants Lane right now.
I mean, everybody wanted Saban for a long time. Long time.
Yeah.
I mean, until you get there, that's kind of the deal. Weirdly enough, Cristobal was that guy. Cristobal was a guy everybody wanted over and over again.
But I feel like everybody kind of knew eventually he would head to Miami.
Sure. I think you're right.
Like
but
Dilly is the same. And
yeah, guys eventually end up where they wanted to be. Those hot coaches come up pretty regularly. And as good as Lane has been at Ole Miss, and as much as I enjoy him at Ole Miss, does it feel like it's the best place for him?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you.
Does Ole Miss?
Yeah.
I think for now, and that's why I find this whole thing so fascinating, puzzling, hard to predict. There's no reports yet of Florida, LSU, or Penn State reaching out to him. But, you just mentioned it. This is similar to our Stanford conversation of yesterday. Could this just be the best spot for him? I think the answer to that question for now is yes. I think it is. Because I think Lane, start to think about what's going through his mind right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the great opportunities you've had, all right? In this just meteoric rise as basically a kid getting a head coach at an NFL job, a head coach at an SEC squad, the offensive coordinator under Nick Saban at the greatest program in college football history. Like, the opportunities you've had are unparalleled to anybody else in the sport, maybe of all time. Has anybody had as many opportunities as Lane Kiffin has had?
NFL, USC, Tennessee.
Alabama OC.
Yeah.
Now he's at his third SEC school.
Yeah. But
the thing is that each time where something has gone kind of, I guess for lack of a better phrase, horrifically wrong,
well,
he has had to go and take like 2 steps back and re-earn his way back up there.
Well, that's what I was going to get to, is that he has, great point, Jeff, like all these opportunities that he's had, he has to not only think about those, but every single one of them, with the exception of what, FIU? Is that where he was?
I think it was Florida Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic,
Yeah,
thank you. I always get it mixed. Outside of that, everywhere he's been has been a disaster, unless he had Saban at the helm. USC fired on the tarmac after losing to Washington State, okay, at the Coliseum, you know. Tennessee, we're going to be singing Rocky Top all night long, blown out by Florida, okay. Raiders, epic disaster. Doesn't this next move of his have to count? It's got to be the move, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I think Ole Miss is the spot for him right now, because I have a theory. I don't think Lane's going anywhere. I think Lane is staying at Ole Miss because Lane is waiting for the inevitability of DeBoer getting fired in Bama. Now, is it in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years? I don't know.
See, I think,
But unless DeBoer becomes Saban, they're gonna get sick of him.
I think,
I think Lane jumps on that.
I think it could be that, or looking around at this year's current, top 10 college football landscape, there's a bunch of teams that are never there. And so he's looking at it and deciding, and this is something we brought up yesterday too, I think, is this year an outlier, a one-off, or are we looking at a shift in the landscape and where we don't always just pencil in Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, Michigan, Notre Dame, you know what I mean? And so
now it's Indiana and Vandy
and Ole Miss. Ole Miss. And so I think
Texas
that he
A&M.
might want to stick around there and put his stamp on Ole Miss in the SEC.
I don't think there's a rush to get out. I think that's a great point, Jeff. I don't.
Here's one though that I don't think we've considered. What if Michigan fires Sharon Moore?
See,
I mean, Michigan has never seen a coach like Lane.
No,
he doesn't feel like a Big Ten coach to me. He feels like an SEC down south.
And I almost argue I like him at Penn State more than Michigan.
Again, I'm throwing one out there.
Sure.
Like, what if that's a job that you want? Because if they're going to make the commitment to the guy and give him that money, if Lane does decide to go, they're not going to bail out on him. But also Lane, as it pertains to money, Lane was on McAfee yesterday, and this is what he said. I have never made a decision based off of money, nor will I. I've seen too many examples in life where money does not buy happiness. So I'm never going to make a decision off of money, nor do I care about it. Jimmy Sexton, his agent, gets really mad when I say that. I will say this. If Lane stays at Ole Miss, his money's going to increase because Florida, LSU, Penn State, they're all going to call Jimmy Sexton.
They're coming calling in Jimmy Sexton.
And so Jimmy's going to go to Ole Miss and go, hey, guys.
Look what we got here.
He's clearly wanted. Give him the bump. And look, if Lane didn't care about the money, he wouldn't be one of the highest paid coaches in college football. But Jimmy Sexton also wouldn't be doing his job.
At some sort of base level, they all care about the money.
Yes. But I think Lane understands, though, because he did chase a job, at the Raiders, and he did chase Tennessee, and he did chase, these opportunities. But I think he is maturing. Now,
without a doubt.
The maturing is turning into what he's doing to Brent Venables.
He's maturing in terms of his decision making, but there will always be a little bit of that snarky, spoiled rich kid in him little bit.
Do we want to work this in? Because
why not?
Because Ole Miss beats Oklahoma, and Brent Venables kind of went Paul George in the press conference, and it was pretty great.
Brent Venables said we were the better team.
That's an interesting take. That's a hot take. You're a better team. I wouldn't have thought that people watching would say that. I felt that we won at their place, and whether that as a defensive head coach you would normally wish for, and won by 8 points. And I think we left a lot out there. I think we should have won by a couple scores. So I don't know how he evaluated that game, that they were the better team. I mean, we had way more yards, 21 first downs to 14, and we played 87 plays of offense, and they had 1 sack and didn't force any turnovers. That's a interesting take, but whatever he needs to say.
He kept going.
I just felt like that was a good place to stop it. Whatever he needs to say.
No, he kept going, though. He added, maybe they had a better team last year, too, when we beat them. And he followed that up. Sorry, maybe he had the better team in Oklahoma when we beat him 55-19 in the national championship, maybe. He kept going. Maybe he had the better team at Clemson when we beat him 45-40 in the national championship at Alabama. Next question. My bad. The pacing of Lane's answers where he's like,
Well, he's just like spitting facts. You know? He's like, you tell me if I'm wrong here. All right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, but you tell me. This is the information. And I think that's what makes him so sought after because he is learning from his mistakes because he's, literally failed everywhere except for Alabama and FAU. But he can still have this charm, he's still a kid.
Well, and
he's not a kid anymore, but he's still kind of a kid.
And the thing is, what he's doing with his coaching career is what coaches always try to preach to their players. It's fine to make a mistake, learn from it, and don't do it again.
Yeah. I love Lane. Even with his tumultuous time at USC and getting tarmac, I've always loved Lane. Went to the Raiders, and it did not go well. I still love Lane. There's just something about him that, as fellow smartass, I love him. I just do. And I
love him as the redemption story.
Yeah, it rules. Part of me really, 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 really wants him to stay at Ole Miss because there's just something about that. But part of me wonders, is that the place for him? The follow-up to that is, I don't know what the place is for him.
I think he'll have the longer leash to continue to succeed and ascend at Ole Miss than he will at a place like Florida or LSU.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Penn State.
Great line on the text line saying the exact same thing. The only program that may be better is LSU, but do you want to be fired after 10-win seasons? Same with the Penn State job.
Yep.
Ole Miss is a pretty sweet spot to be. You got good history. You got good rivalries. You're in the SEC. Great jerseys.
That powder blue and
I
red.
love that powder blue. Yeah.
It hits.
And quarterbacks are going to kind of want to play there because you're Lane Kiffin. You're in a good spot. I say for now you stay. I think he's waiting for the Bama job. I truly do.
He might be.
I think he's waiting for one last move.
I think he's waiting for a long time.
He might be.
I think old Kalen's going to be just fine there.
He might be waiting for a long time, but he has got a lot left in the tank.
Yeah.
He's the old guy of the young kids.
Yes. Actually, how old is? I think he's 46.
Boy, that's a good-looking 46-year-old.
I think he's
like new Brandon. He's 35 and he looks like he's 25.
Wait, what? He's how old?
30.
He's 35.
Dude, he's married with 2 kids.
Yeah.
Good for him.
No, I had to do it.
Lane's 50.
You're clearly not listening to me when I talk about how sexy he is.
No. He's a good-looking man, but 35. Good for you, Brandon.
Filling in on
I thought he was 26.
I was filling in on Dirt and Sprague while Swag was out sick, and Brandon was in here shadowing me, and Brandon asked, he's like, Brandon Sprague asked FNG Brandon, how old are you? And he told me, and I had my mic off, and I literally had to go, are you serious?
Yeah, no.
And Sprague goes, why did it take so long? I'm like, because I didn't believe him.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll say this real quick, and then we'll get out of here, but this just came across on the text line. Michigan's my bitter rival, but I'm from the area. I have a friend and fan boosters and alumni. If they fire Sharon Moore, Lane won't be a candidate. They just don't have a palate for that personality unless it's a treasured alum. To be honest, I could see the boosters having Stones check the pulse on Lanning, and assuming he turns it down, they will go with a young stud who fits a similar profile to Lanning. And that's an interesting take. Kind of what Russ was saying, does Lane have the palate for the Big Ten? I don't know if the Big Ten has the palate for him. It's all, we run the football. We have offensive lines. We created the wishbone offense. I know they didn't, but
who's
we love the trenches. Final score of this game is 13-10.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Saturday at 9 a.m. Here's Iowa versus Minnesota.
All that can be true, and Indiana's right there, and Kirk Cignetti saying, Google me, bitch.
Yeah, but Kurt Cignetti is the one guy throwing birds to the Big Ten and saying, I'm doing things differently. And Ryan Day is like, don't engage.
But what is Lane?
James Franklin, don't engage.
But what is Lane?
Kirk Ferentz, don't engage.
But what is Lane?
Cignetti. I know.
That's what I mean.
Just younger.
That's what I mean, dog. Like if you are that guy, it travels.
It really does. I want Lane to Pullman. Let's go, dude.
You damn right you do.
And in a couple of years, it'll be Lane going, Lugal me, bitch.
Yeah.
All right, we come back. It's free consultation time. Get any questions, advice you need in on the fan text line, 503-864-6326. Your life, your sports world, the past weekend, what comes next. We got some questions, a little bit of Halloween edition in there as well. So if you got some Halloween concerns, you can throw those at us at well. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. Jeff on the ones and twos. 1080 The Fan.
for your free consultation.
Don't sweat it. It's a freebie.
Every Tuesday at 12:15, the firm of Harrison Meringue dishes advice.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Sports, life, your questions answered at your own risk on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The Fan.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
This is Final Consultation. Do it every single Tuesday at 12:15. Your advice, your needs are welcome. The Fan text line 503-864-6326. The YouTube chat as well, youtube.com/1051 The Fan. You know, Halloween is this weekend. We all ready to go?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
I am.
I had old Joe Simons told me his costume. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh crap."
Are you going to tell us what Joe's going to be, or do we got to watch on Friday?
I'll give it away. I don't care.
Screw you, Joe.
Screw you, Joe. He's going with some lederhosen.
Ah,
a little Oktoberfest.
Beta.
Nice.
Yeah, so
little beer fest.
Is he going to be like
the boot right
is
at
he
that
gonna be like
point?
St. Pauli girl?
Yeah, but I don't think he's going full Renaissance fair. I think he's going the guy version. But
St. Pauli girl would be better.
Just saying it would be better. That'd be good TV, dude. Eyeballs galore.
We have talked about.
Look, I'm not a TV guy, but I'm just saying, if you want people to watch,
we've talked about us going as each other, and I could wear like a schmedium shirt and glasses.
Easy Rod.
And he's gonna throw on a beard and
Easy Rod.
Yeah.
Easy Rod.
He's gonna draw on a beard and facial hair, and I'll part my hair with perfectly like he does, and he can spike his up like Guy Fieri.
He's a good looking kid.
He is, and I
say
hate him
kid
for it.
because he looks so young.
Yeah, it's a perfect point here is the text line. We're talking about Brandon being 35 years old and looking like he's 26. I get the opposite. When I tell people I'm 37, they're like, "Damn, boy, you look beat." It's like, yeah. Look, man, I'm 41. I always tell people I got city miles. And there's no highway miles in this body. It's
always
city
great.
miles.
It's always great going to the store too, and they got signs everywhere like we check everybody's ID, and I'm like, here, you need my ID, and they look at my beard, they're like, no, you're good, man.
Yeah. The when the facial hair became fully permanent, that was when the carding stopped. Like I don't go to the liquor store very often. When I do, it was always kind of
me either.
Got the power
They've
stash,
got your
dude.
photo up in there. What do you mean?
You gotta get a power stash like me.
But like it was I remember the first time I went in there and I put a bottle down and I went to grab my ID and they were just rang it up and they're like, it'll be whatever price. And I was like, well, it's dead here too, huh? Okay.
That was a square kick in the nuts.
Yeah, I was like, not even gonna question it. And I was like, yeah, that's not happening anymore.
Question for the free consultation for the firm of Harrison Meringue here. How old is too old to trick or treat? I had high schoolers last year.
See, look, I think that's fine because I think of it this way. Don't give them crap for going out and trick-or-treating because at least they're not out doing anything worse.
Fair.
At least not yet at that point of
They're
the
not
night.
drinking and driving.
Well, as long as you're not the malicious teenager.
Right.
Like if you're the teenager that's out there with little brother, little sister,
Yeah.
that's also different.
Perfect. Yes,
But if
exactly.
you're like 16, 17, you're going out there and you're taking the bucket that's on the porch and you're just pouring the entire thing in your bag.
Did
That's
someone
just
not get
a-hole
invited to the underage drinking party in high school?
Yeah.
That's
Me?
what that sounds like to
No,
me.
no.
No. The
Oh,
high
that guy.
schoolers
Yeah,
out trick-or-treating.
yes.
Oh, you're not
Yeah.
a cool kid, are you?
Yeah, no, like that guy.
You don't know
no.
anybody whose parents are out of town, do you?
No, those guys, no, don't do it. Stay home and pout in your room. I don't care. But like, I was on the opposite end of the spectrum because I was so young in high school. I was 13 years old my freshman year of high school.
So was I.
I was a little baby. So, like.
Yeah, I didn't turn 18 until like literally 2 weeks before I started college.
When's your birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, when's your
I'm
birthday?
an August baby.
I'm a June baby, so I turned
in the summer.
18 like 2 weeks before graduation.
Yeah, mine's obviously October, 2 weeks ago. So, I was a year behind everybody else. But yeah, like that's a little bit different, right? Like in that sense.
I think once you start getting invited to parties,
Yeah.
no matter how old you are,
Yeah.
if you're 14 years old and someone invites you to a
you're the-
Halloween
you're the cool
juicer,
kid.
a mixer, and it's not like a drinking party,
Yeah.
but it's just like my parents are letting me throw a Halloween party and we wear costumes and hang out on our phones all day, that's when it's over.
That's when it's over.
I think that's when it's over. You
Yep.
become an adult.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. I don't know about becoming an adult, but you're doing adult trick-or-treater.
Part 2 of Rufio's question because he asked the trick or treat was, what is a fair candy tax for me to impose on my kids?
Well, you have to check for needles.
Well, and meth.
Meth.
And meth. Actually, I heard it's the marijuana they want to get you
well,
with.
because if there's one thing that drug dealers are notorious for, it's
Giving
giving
them
away
away.
their drugs.
That's the truth, dude.
Yeah. My response was anytime the kids are out of the room.
There you go.
But just make sure you don't take because they're always going to have that one that they know is in there that they love, and like it's maybe a one-off in their bag.
The king size
don't mess with that.
Snickers, like you can't take that.
No, you can't take that. They'll notice.
Oh, I can't take any, dude. My kids will know. They'll count. They'll know exactly what it
counting
is.
individual pieces.
They'll know. They'll know. I tried to get my wife to buy us candy at Costco the other day.
Oh, the
to pass
bag?
out. Well, I was going to do full-size candy bars, because I...
Oh, yeah.
You want to be the cool house?
No, everybody in my neighborhood is cooler than me, so it's just like the bare minimum at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing that we would not be home to pass out candy, so then I just had full-size candy bars at my house.
Oh,
Got had real quick.
Real quick.
Got found out real quick.
Yeah, I'm working.
She was like,
that
"We're not
night,
going to be home.
so-
I'm not buying you candy." And I was like,
Is she not a candy person?
I mean, do they got gin and candy?
I mean, you can
White
probably-
wine and candy?
You can find some.
Yeah,
they're those ones with the chocolate
little
wine
chocolate
ones.
cordials. Yeah. With the booze in them.
I don't
No,
really like
there's
those.
ones
The
with like,
Baileys, the Jack Daniels.
no, there's like
the-
an actual like wine one. I saw it last
okay.
year. I was like, that seems weird, but okay.
There's a really nice bougie candy spot, chocolate spot on 23rd Avenue down here.
You
It's
could
like
just sit on 23rd without
and-
saying bougie.
It's like
Would've
20,
known.
23rd and Everett-ish, I think, around there, kind of around the Pottery Barn. They have like alcoholic chocolates.
Like full on.
Like you have to be 21 to buy
yeah.
them.
That's what I mean. Like they're like full on.
Side note, great gift spot.
Oh yeah.
Great
Okay,
gift spot.
okay.
It's a little extra I throw for the wife for Christmas, and I hand pick them, and the people there are super nice.
Mm.
They're like truffles. It's expensive.
Oh yeah.
It's expensive, but I love you, baby.
Mhm.
I love you, baby.
And just not when you're looking at Paige Spranick 6 times.
We'll sneak one in here real quick. We will do a double seggy today on this. We'll get to some sports ones here in a moment. Hey, guys, I have this friend. In fact, every day he calls me friend. He says wax poetically about 67 times a day. How do I tell him that he isn't all that poetic when he reuses the same term over and over?
Would you say he's just waxing and not poetic?
I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss this because this texter is talking about me.
Oh.
I don't think I've noticed you saying that
No,
a ton.
Oh, it's
Like
in
I
my
heard
head
you do
now.
today.
No, he does.
Oh, it's rent free in my head now, baby.
He does. He
Whether
does.
it's true or not, look, they told me don't listen to what these idiots yell at you about. And boy, that one's living rent free right now.
Buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to
Living
get a lot worse.
Rent free.
You don't do it on air as much. Off air, you do.
Do I?
Yeah, I wouldn't say 67.
Wow.
I'd get maybe go 56.
Wow.
All right, and I guess if we're going to go there, it's wax poetic.
Yeah.
And I say poetically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
It's okay.
no.
I say literally.
Not-
Literally is my word.
Not only do I say it too much, but I'm saying it incorrectly.
But at least you don't say irregardless.
Oh, I
Oh, yeah.
refuse to say that. That doesn't make sense.
I also-
can't triple stamp a double stamp.
The one sticking in your head, now it's in your kitchen. I had somebody tell me that I know I say literally a lot. I've tried to work genuinely in there.
Literally.
But she also told me that I say literally. I don't say the R.
What, like Little Italy?
Yeah, and I'm like, do I really? And I need to
carbonara.
I need to go back and like listen to the show, or you guys let me know. Do I'm aware. I say literally a lot. That is my word that I hang on to. Sorry, everybody has them. When you do this for a living, you have these stupid words that just stick in there.
I did see a meme yesterday online that was talking about you will always date yourself and out yourself for your age for whatever stupid slang you still hold on to.
Yeah.
Man, I say hella all the time.
Yeah.
I say hella.
I don't. I got a lot of bros.
You are a lot of bro.
A lot of bro.
You are a lot of bro.
Bro.
You and my 9-year-old.
Yeah, it's
Bro.
Well,
bro.
they do a little more bruh.
No, my kids are hard-o.
Oh, they hard O?
Bro.
Oh, okay.
Bro.
Okay. I've heard a lot of bruh too in there too. So that's the Southern California in me that will never go away. Never, ever, ever go away is bro.
Yeah, hella with me forever.
I had to break myself of dude. Dude was one that never any cowabungas.
Yeah, dude is tough because like women don't like being called dude.
Dude, see, I will stand. We want
Sometimes
this
my
is
middle
10 toes down. Dude is it does not pertain to sex.
Yeah, maybe in your
or
mind.
gender.
Yeah, it's not gender.
It is gender neutral. Dude is it covers everyone.
But I think there's a lot of women out there that disagree with you, Daniel.
They need to let it go. Like, dude.
Oh, they need to let it go.
Dude.
They need to let it go.
Dude.
It's not that you need to let it go.
Bro is not gender neutral. Dude is. Dude is gender neutral.
All right, we come back. Part 2 of free consultation. We got some more questions. Another Halloween came across the board, so we're having fun here. Stick with us. But before we do that, we'll toss it over to the kahuna there. He's got sports for you.
You mind if I have some of your tasty beverage to wash this down?
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan after last night's marathon 18-inning win over the Blue Jays. The Dodgers now have a 2-1 series lead in the World Series with Game 4 tonight at Chavez Ravine. Shohei Ohtani on the bump for L.A. Shane Bieber for Toronto. 5 o'clock first pitch. Coverage on 910 ESPN Portland starts at 4 o'clock. Over in the association, the Trailblazers are off tonight after improving to 2-2 with last night's win over the depleted Lakers. 3-game road trip wraps up tomorrow night in Salt Lake City against the Jazz. Got a doubleheader tonight in the association on NBC and Peacock. First up, Giannis and the Bucks hosting the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, game time decision for New York. Meanwhile, Gary Trent Jr., Kyle Kuzma, they have the same designation for Milwaukee. The Bucks are 2.5-point underdogs in the 5 o'clock tip. And the nightcap, Steph Curry and the Warriors hosting the Clippers. No Bradley Beal for LA. Al Horford, a game time decision for Golden State. That one's an 8 o'clock tip. The Clippers are 2.5-point road favorites. Over in the NFL, Tom Pelissero of NFL Media reporting Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco week to week after suffering an MCL strain in last night's win over the Commanders. And Ian Rappaport, also of NFL Network, reporting the Saints have informed rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck he will start Sunday at the Rams. Spencer Rattler remaining on the bench. The Saints currently 14.5-point dogs. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks? Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday morning 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
win in ever.
In ever, Jerry. In ever.
All right, we're here with free consultation. Last call, 503-864-6326 to get your stuff in. You want to throw another Halloween in here? You want to go sportsy? What do you guys want to do?
I do love how everybody is picked up on all of our little ticks.
Well, it's what happens, man. It's like, you know, I've been very fortunate to fill in on primetime over the years when I was a weekly host and not a daily host. And I would get done with shows and like do a show with Jason or something and be like, man, that was a really great show. And someone's like, this guy sucks. Where is Rob? I need Isaac right now. And what happens is you get in routines, you know, you get stuck with something and you're used to it. And it's not that like primetime from 3 to 7 is part of your identity, but for the hour and a half you're driving home, damn sure is a part of your life.
Yeah.
And so you get kind of used to stuff and you can pick up on ticks and things like that. Especially if you suffer through us every single day from 10 to 1 on Portland Sports Leader. Don't you forget it.
No, we all get in our routines. Like I said, I say literally, and now I'm being very emphasis on the instead of literally.
It's literally called Wyoming.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think I do that, but she said I do, and so now it's like I said, in my kitchen. Can't figure it out. It's tough.
Consultation question. What's your opinion of the Terry Bradshaw incident Sunday talking about Andy Reid? Did you hear this?
No, missed
he
it.
accidentally he talked about how he accidentally dialed his pig guy instead of trying to call Andy Reid. It was a very awkward situation, and Howie Long was sitting next to him, who usually bails him out.
Sure.
He kind of does the Herbie Corso thing,
Yeah.
where he's kind of like, all right, Grandpa, let's get you to
walk
bed.
you on back.
We'll walk you on back. And Howie's just sitting there like, what are you talking about? Terry Bradshaw attempted to call Andy Reid and accidentally called his pig guy.
See, no, I think we're bearing the lead here. He has a pig guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the question is, like, is he drunk? Is the brain going?
Yes.
Are we just Lee Corsoing it out there?
Yes.
Terry, this was the first year I'm really starting to see it with him. I've always kind of seen it. He used to go on like Cowherd a lot when we had Cowherd on the station, and I would hear him on that, and he would talk ball. Like Jimmy Johnson was the same, and they would always talk ball, and they were kind of fun to listen to. But both him and Jimmy are they're kind of getting old.
Well, Terry, I was just looking. He's 77, and he's also from Shreveport, Louisiana, which 77 from Louisiana, you might as well be 107. That's
I don't know if they set you up to succeed on that one.
Yeah, no, it's
does have 4 Super Bowl rings.
Look,
can't spell cat if you spot him a C or a T, but he's got 4 rings.
But he got 4 rings.
He got 4 rings.
I do love
That's the greatest troll.
I've never heard that before.
I never heard
no,
that.
I haven't either.
That is
That's
fantastic.
great.
There's a player for the Dallas Cowboys, okay? The Steelers are going for, I believe it's their 3rd Super Bowl, okay? So they've won 2, and then Dallas wins the Super Bowl, okay? And then now it's the Steelers who end up winning their 3rd. I think it's their 3rd. Correct me if I'm wrong, YouTube or text line out there.
Oh, somebody will find out.
And they're playing the Cowboys, or maybe it's I don't know. Anyway, the Steelers are playing the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and a Cowboys player says Terry Bradshaw is so dumb that he couldn't spell cat if you spotted him a C or a T. And Terry Bradshaw threw like 3 touchdowns in that Super Bowl, and they routed Dallas. And Terry was like, I don't care.
But that's the thing is like,
I don't care.
He'll flat out. I mean, again,
Even in the 70s, Terry Bradshaw was like, Google me, bitch.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
Yeah.
dude. Pretty much.
don't matter if you can't spell. You can throw that thing.
You know what I can spell? TD.
Yeah,
Yeah, TD.
that'd be a pretty funny line. That man can't spell touchdown, or he can't spell TD even if you gave him the TD.
Another question. I am a non-Halloween costume guy, not because I'm too cool, but it's just a lot of work. Anyways, Suk had a good point yesterday. If you go to a Halloween party with no costume, that's creepy. You are just there to gawk at the women in costumes. Agree? Yes or no?
I mean, it depends on what the parties we go to at our fine ages. I don't think it's the horny / slutty anything anymore. You might find out.
Sometimes I dress up like horny or slutty nurse.
But
I got a costume at home still.
Look, we don't kink shame here.
I don't know if that costume fits. I just had a revelation in my brain that I don't know if my sexy nurse costume fits this fat booty anymore.
I mean,
It was pretty nice. I wore it under my cap and gown at graduation in college.
how'd that go?
Great, dude. You should see there's this awesome picture of me with long hair, and I've got it spread open. I'm doing the like sexy dance with like a cigarette in my hand and like a bevy in my other hand.
Should I just like wrap myself in caution tape and just call it a cautionary tale?
That works. That works. I don't think you're being creepy.
Again, it depends on what party you're going to.
But I don't think you should
if you're going to the college party and you're a little bit older, yeah, it's creeper vibes.
I don't think you should go to a costume party if you like put in the minimal effort. Like do the Jim Halper and you've got 3 dots on a white shirt and you're a 3-hole punch. Or wear a name tag that says John when your name is Jim. You know, like
well,
at least do something.
Look, and
my buddy, whenever he can't figure it out, he goes as Doug. Because he just wraps the belt around his head and calls it a day.
But look, let's face it, Halloween is that one time a year where, I hope my wife isn't listening, you go out to a Halloween party, and look, it's okay to gawk because all of those women that are there in their slutty whatever outfits, they put those on for a reason because they want to wear the slutty outfit for you to gawk at.
Right.
That might not be a popular take.
We're teetering on
I know we're teetering.
You know where we're going.
We're getting pretty close here. But
I see what you're saying. I mean, we do. I mean, as long as you are respectful.
Yeah. I'm not saying be a dirtbag.
No, I think we're being slutty to be.
It's
slutty.
okay to window shop.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not going as Guy Fieri.
You should.
Monsters.
You should.
That would be pretty. You could pull off the mayor of Flavortown.
You could go as Terry Boyd.
Hey, there you go. I'll go as Terry Boyd.
6 to 1, half dozen of the other.
Did you go as Terry Boyd going as Guy
Fieri?
It's like I was talking with Johnny.
Gotta get out of here, guys. I'm late for getting home early.
I was talking with Johnny Luds over there, and he was asking me, he was telling me he loves it when I do an impression of Brandon Sprague doing an impression of me. I was listening to the boys in the morning. So the impression of an impression or dressing up as somebody dressing up as somebody else is fantastic. We'll get out on this one.
That's most of my impressions is a Saturday Night Live impression of somebody doing somebody else.
What's Chris Farley's character, Van Down by the River? Foley?
Matt Foley?
Matt Foley. I thought about Matt Foley.
I got some paper here.
I got plenty of jackets that don't fit.
Be a lot better if you use it for writing instead of rolling doobies.
Just tape up the glasses, call it good.
Hey, I can't tell. Is that Bill Shakespeare over there?
We'll get out of here on this one. As a former bartender, I hope you can help me on this one. I'm working a private event at my local bourbon bar on Halloween. That sounds fun. It's a wedding rehearsal dinner, not a costume party. Should I dress up or just wear the catering blacks?
I mean, if you're the only one...
First of all, what does your boss say?
Yeah, exactly.
First question.
One, like, how big is this party? How involved is
do they know
the catering staff and such?
Do they know you?
Exactly. Are you buddies with everybody there?
Because this has potential to be great. If you rock a great costume and you're the only one there, it could be good. But also, you could piss off a wedding party.
Don't be like Lindsay Lohan in Mean Girls.
Yes. Yeah. So it's very much I mean, there's some risk. I mean, there's a reward here. You could be the host, hostess, whoever, that was there. Nobody else had one on. They killed it. Killed it.
I think it's also what you do. You know, like if you are a male and dress up as a slutty nurse, I think you're gonna nail it.
Yeah, right.
I think you're gonna absolutely nail it. But if you decide to be like a
Frankenstein,
a traffic cone, or Frankenstein, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta nail it. If you are Van Down by the River, Matt Foley, you might nail it.
You know what I mean?
If you're the size of that, if you got the body frame, because you can't be like a stick bean, you can't be Johnny Martin out there.
You gotta have some girth
as Matt Foley.
Although it would be pretty funny to see Johnny in like a giant jacket, like just swimming in it.
By the way, update. Of course, my wife was listening.
Busted. Busted. My wife stopped listening months ago. I still love you, baby, just in case she is.
Yeah, there you go. Nice save.
I know.
Tough out here.
I'm ready for Halloween, dude. My kid's going to be Happy Gilmore. I'm going to be Otto. I found out his name is Otto.
The dirtbag caddy.
The homeless caddy. The problem is it's supposed to rain on Halloween, and I want to walk around in the one sock.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to destroy a sock and potentially my foot.
Oh, yeah, especially that.
So I don't know. I might do it in here for funsies, but I don't know if I'll do it.
Yeah, you wanted to be Bad Bunny caddy, and I
Why
know.
not?
Well, I'm going to go a little Caddyshack for you. Bill Murray asking about the pool.
Yeah.
You're more of a pond guy.
Yeah, that's definitely
Bad
true.
Bunny's the pool. Otto's the pond guy.
Go skinny dipping in the cement pond.
Yeah.
Cinderella story.
Yeah, Cinderella story. Coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Stuff out here. Yeah, pond be good for you.
Dude, somebody just texted I threw on my Jack and Dan sweatshirt on every year and say that I'm a regular. Dude, Jack and Dan's is in Spokane.
There you go.
That's the Gonzaga bar.
There you go.
GU, what up?
Mm.
Ooh, put a sock over my shoe. That's a good idea.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Not the
There
first
you
time you
go.
put a sock over something.
Yeah. Yeah. Might ruin the sock, though. Still going to ruin the sock.
Another way to do it.
I don't do that. I do not know what you are talking. Well, I do know what you
we
are
go to
talking
break,
about.
please?
I do know what you're talking about, and I do not live in that world. Sorry. All things taken care of on this side of the Formica table. Look at both of you. Can't even hold it together. I thought you guys were professionals.
I
What's
didn't
wrong with
make
you?
the sock joke. That
Russ
wasn't me
broke
this time.
Russ
wrong?
broke me.
It
What's
wasn't
wrong
me
with
this
you guys?
time.
What is wrong with you guys?
Where do we start?
Makes me sick just being
See,
around
I
you.
would say somebody asked about favorite Halloween costumes. I know we're up against it, but it's easy for me. When I was a little kid, my mom made me from scratch a Ninja Turtles costume, and it was a pullover shell, it was a full on stitched shell that had the breastplate and shell on the back, and then I had the green body paint and sleeves and bandana and did all that thing. That was the best.
As a kid, mine was my dad did Two-Face, Tommy Lee Jones
Oh, there you
from
go.
Batman.
Yeah,
Uh,
heavy makeup job.
Heavy makeup job,
Nice.
the hair, everything. That was really, really fun. College was Anthony Kiedis.
There you go.
A wig and 3 socks and 60 pounds lighter.
Eh.
You don't want that now.
Well,
Let me
ankle
tell you
socks.
what, you do not want that now.
Ankle socks.
They were tube socks. They were tube socks. All right, final consult. That is final consultation. Do it every single
How
Tuesday.
about free consultation?
Free consultation.
There you go.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Free consultation
Final
every
consultation if I
Tuesday
keep making a
at
sock joke.
12:15 because I was thinking about closing arguments. Final. See where I got messed up there.
I got you.
Closing arguments is next. This is 105.1 The Fan.
The firm of Harris and Meringue is wrapping up for the day,
You want answers? I think I'm entitled.
which means it's time for the closing arguments. Brought to you by Leskin Law. One-day divorce mediation. Peace treaties, not war plans. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information.
You want answers? I want the truth.
On the Fan Sports Network.
You can't handle the truth.
105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Send you on your way shortly. This is Closing Arguments. We'll finish up your day here. Thanks for joining us today. Get back into an interesting nugget from the Blazer game last night. I don't quite understand this, so I'll need to be a little enlightened.
Yes.
There are some potential ideas that Donovan Clingan had a great game last night because he kind of took it personally playing against DeAndre Ayton.
I don't think he took it personally in a negative way,
but
he
like
was going at his guy.
But Ayton had some interesting comments after the game, and these are them.
Nah, they definitely was talking crap to me the whole time. Definitely had to embrace it and take it to the chin a little bit. Danny Hadvia, everything, every shot he made, he just kept rubbing it in. But yeah, I love that they played hard though.
And that's kind of the phrase now. Are we talking trash defense?
Yeah.
Is that what these guys are
Yeah.
now? Is it talking trash defense?
Yeah, good, awesome. And I don't think DA was saying that like I know what DA's reputation is. They loved him in that locker room, and the reason why you can kind of hear him smiling in that, DA talked a whole lot of junk, and they were just giving it back to him. They love him, but that's when
Which is funny because us as Blazer fans did not love DeAndre Ayton.
I was in the locker room with DA. Like he's a big goofy kid, and guys loved him. And
I like goofy people.
Yeah, he would definitely chirp guys. But this is what you do when they're on the other side of the line.
Yeah.
You chirp them right back.
And I think it was great though too that at the end he's like, I love that they play hard.
Yeah, no,
I know that was a little nugget there at the end.
Yeah, that is not DA being salty about it.
Well, if you can currently lead the league in steals and steals per 100 possessions, you get to talk trash.
Yeah, no, that's what.
Imagine if shots start falling.
That's what I keep trying to say.
If shots start falling.
And again, I don't think they're going to go out there and win 50 games, but they can be in every game every night.
Look, this guy had a great night last night.
The 7-foot kid that strokes it with the acne on his back.
Could the Blazers go get Lauri Markkanen?
It's going to be pricey.
How pricey is pricey?
Real pricey.
Like Milwaukee Bucks picks pricey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lowry's a good player. He's a real good player. But he's also on that expensive deal now, so that his value scaling comes down a little bit because he got paid in the offseason.
That's the kind of guy I think you should go get.
For sure. So, he's a different kind of guy though. He's not your number
DeAndre
one.
Ayton?
No, Lowry.
Yeah, that's why I think it would work best for it.
Well, no, I'm saying like he's not your number one scorer. He's not your on-ball guy. He's a really, really, really unique player. He can score. There's no doubt about it.
But that's what I'm asking. Maybe the off-ball player is what is needed.
Could be.
Could
be.
No.
And Lord knows Blazers love another 7-footer.
Are you getting into action tonight?
No. I have a million things to do, and this is one of the only days that I have off. Apparently, the NBA decided we're going to play Monday and Wednesday for the Blazers every week this year. I looked at my schedule and I went, why are there no Tuesday or Thursday night games? Why? So I literally have a game, I think, 7 straight weeks on Wednesday. This is weird because that's usually when I run a bunch of errands. I go grocery shopping. I clean up around the house. So my whole schedule's just blown up. I know, wham, woes me. But yeah, no, Tuesday's like the weird day that I have to go do a million things.
I might catch a little James Madison at Texas State.
Will I have it on in the background? Yes. Will I be locked in? Absolutely not.
Do a little scouting of James Madison because they're going to take on the Cougs here not too long. Is it in 2 weeks? 'Tis not. It's at the end of the year, near the end of the year. Now I'm a little intrigued by that.
So, yeah, we'll see.
The fighting Signettis. But UTEP Kennesaw State doesn't do it for you?
Nope.
Oh, guess what that means? 18 innings of baseball, baby.
Oh God, that's right. I will be not locked into, but certainly paying attention to that.
Look, man, that's the greatest part about baseball. You don't have to lock in on it. Like, I love baseball. I'm a nerd, so I will be locked in on it. But you don't have to be, and I think that's the best part about it.
It's a talking game.
Is that you can kind of just chill there, and when you hear that sound off the bat, then you know it's then you know
Snap your
something's
head
up. Yeah. What could Shohei do tonight to disappoint you? What if he throws 2 innings and has 4 Ks? Would you call him a bum?
Probably. Couldn't even get through the lineup twice. Come on now. Come on now.
You suck, dude.
Come on now.
How roughed up did he get?
Yeah.
5 runs. 5 runs, 2 innings,
Bum.
3 Ks, and a double play.
Bum. No longer the GOAT. You're out, dude. Benched. Gotta kick him off the tour.
Worst playoff performance I've ever seen.
Nobody likes you anyway. Will Smith was the MVP the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Scooby-Doo moment.
Rip
Let's
the
see who's
mask
really
off.
behind this mask.
Will Smith. It's actually Will Smith singing, Get Jiggy With It.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's the wrong Will Smith.
Will Smith getting jiggy with it. Where's Will Smith in the pantheon of rappers?
I mean, he's
Cuba Cubar, I just bite it. It's for the look. I don't light it.
Yeah, I mean-
Are we talking in terms of success or like good stuff?
He's
talent.
I mean, he's pretty high up there because he's like
Talent.
How many more successful clean rappers have there ever been?
Dude, Kim Kardashian is extremely successful. There ain't a lot of talent there.
No.
Closing arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit leskinlaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. Nice little show today in the
There you
books.
go. On the YouTubes, the only way Shohei could disappoint me is if he took my mom out for a nice seafood dinner and never called her back.
Dude, I'd even let her take her out for a dinner and not call her back.
Right? Shohei.
Shohei.
As long as you're picking up the tab, dog.
All right, that'll do it for us. Ducks Insider is next. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. like we always are. For Danny Meringue, that's Jeff Rust. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.